I'm Mezel, and this is Fuka, and we are LoreBiters, and we are going over Zodiac Academy, The Awakening. And don't worry, the book's not the only thing having an awakening tonight.
Wait, I'm in my bikini model! I'm awakened.
Fuka walked right into it! Y'all can blame her!
Oh, I feel so embarrassed. It's okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna summarize. This book with Messi in a bikini. I'm so sorry. I am not dressed for this occasion, and I'm very embarrassed. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hello, hello. So, the story starts off with Darcy and Tori. Vega, their last name is Vega. I know, it's Vega. I would think it was a first name, but it's their last name, okay? Let's not go there. And basically, they live in Chicago, big city, 2 girls on their own, and they're trying to make a living. But they've had a lot of rotten luck in life, and they don't have money for their apartment, okay? It happens. Hell, people nowadays struggling for rent, so I feel you, girls. I feel you. Make that money. Make that money. So they decide, hey, my former foster father, he sucks. So he's going to pay it because, you know, they, stole money from them. And they just decided to go get their money back. And, well, things happen. It doesn't go according to plan. The police step in, and they get saved by a guy. At first, the guy seems like nothing, right? Luck. But it comes out later, he was looking for them, and it was all planned. And he tells them that they're the lost heirs to a Solarian throne, and they're actually fairies. I know. And no, they were not having an acid trip. This actually happened. Imagine being broke-ass bitches to find out you're a fucking princess overnight.
Yeah, I just want to say that, I had, you know, you think that it starts off with them being, badass,
Yeah.
they come from nothing, they're gonna take this fucking money, and then she loses the money, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Darcy the one that stole it? So we have, Darcy and Tori,
yes.
right? Those are twins.
Darcy was the one who did it. Darcy, yes,
Darcy
correct.
is the one. I thought she would be, the badass, sister, oh, I'm gonna take this money. She drops the money. She has, butterfingers. She gets scared. She's like, oh, no. Casually loses $2,000. And her sister's like, all right, let me go fix this by stealing a bike. That's insane.
Right? Okay, and to make it worse, Tori, the actual badass twin of the two, goes, well, fuck. I gotta make the money. We gotta pay rent, right? Rent's still due, bitch. And she goes and steals an expensive super bike and sells a reduced price to one of her contacts. Because, you know, she's like, oh my god, I work underground. I do all these sketchy shit. I'm the bad twin to get the money. And while she's on the way home to tell her twin, hey, it worked out. I got it. We good, fam. There's that guy. He's there.
Yeah.
And he basically used a vampire skill, which later it's revealed he is a fairy vampire called coercion. So that basically makes it where he can infiltrate your mind and influence their actions to do things against their will, which in this case was going into her apartment. Girls, say no. Just say no.
But they couldn't, though. They literally couldn't. They're under her spell.
I know, but come on.
Yeah, because even, I thought it was weird, and, I don't know. When Orion asked them to do things, when you call her someone or coerce someone, is it, exactly what you want them to do? Because, when Tori was describing it, she was being, very obedient. Very sweet and obedient. So, is that what Orion wanted her to do? Be sweet and obedient and, submissive?
Yes.
It was weird. I was like, ugh.
Because if you think about...
That was his first red flag.
Because if you think about Tori, when has she ever been submissive? Actually, when people tell her no, she typically does it just to piss them off.
Yeah.
That is Tori. But yeah, so then they go to Zodiac. Oh, by the way, guys, this man, he said, I'm a princess, dropped world-shattering news, but never told him about their culture.
Oh, yeah, that's a big thing to point out. I think you told me this when I was first reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically to summarize this first book, it's a bully romance. It's very, very heavy on the bully. So if you're not into bully romances, or like you're not okay with like sexual assault or non-consensual things happening, this is not the book for you. It's very heavy, and I almost dropped the book midway because of how bad the bullying got. It's bad.
Yes.
And you think, like, how are they gonna redeem this? Because, like, Mezzi was like, oh, it gets better. It gets better, Fuka. It's gonna be okay.
So, Fuka, would you like to explain to the audience what happened at their first introduction to Zodiac? Because remember, at this point, they just walked to Zodiac. Well, came to Zodiac.
Okay, so they get teleported. Like, he's like, Orion is like, so you're Fae, BT Dubs, and if you want the money, come with me. And they're like, ooh, money, hell yeah. Doesn't explain how to get the money, right? Because he mentions like an inheritance, and like lightly says like, oh, you guys can reclaim your throne, hee hee, right? Doesn't emphasize that, and he just like teleports them. And then there's this ceremony with like, is it like Professor Zenith? She like, or I forget who. But they, like, basically take them to test them on what elements they have. And it turns out they have all 4 together, right? Like, they can control all 4 elements. So they are the avatar. And they're like, wow, so rare, so cool. And then, like, there's, like, 2 fan clubs, right? There's, like, is it the Almighty Sovereign Society?
I think so, and the other one's the Ass Club.
Yeah, the Ass Club. And then they have, like, the Celestial Air fangirls. So there's, like, these 4 guys that, like, come in, like, oh, look who's here. The princesses are real. And they're the ones that were promised the throne as well. And then they're the bullies, right? They just absolutely hate Tori and Darcy. So basically, we find out, oh, I thought at this point, right? Okay, it's gonna be like, they're not gonna get along, and they're just going to make, like, faces at each other, right? I thought it wasn't gonna be as aggressive. No. That doesn't happen. So basically, they come in, and they're like, hi, you guys are the heirs. Nice to meet you. And then, I think it was, Caleb, right? He, like, did he pounce at Darcy? I think he pounced at Darcy, or, no, Tori. He made a move on Tori, and he, like, can you remind me what happened? Like, he went up to either Tori or Darcy, and he was like, I'm going to bite. Oh, Tori. Tori gets bitten by
it was Tori.
He's like, he uses his speed, and he bites her, and she was like, what the fuck, right? And he, like, actually, like, sucks her off. He's like, yum, yum, yum. Your blood tastes delicious. And that is the entrance we get, right? So immediately, as they go into the school and they're introduced to one another, they are immediately bullied. And that is when I wanted to drop this novel. I was like, what the heck is happening? It is a little too much for me.
Another thing that Fuka kind of talked about a little bit is that the boys would share the throne, and not as in they would have a throne, they were part of what is called the council. And their parents are on it, so in theory, they're going to inherit their parents' position, where the girls are actually children of a king. So they are actually, in theory, a higher power level even before they met them. Because Fae is all about power and, like, how strong you are. They don't care about who your dad was. So if the girls had come in and only had, like, one type of magic, the guys would never have fucked with her. It's only because they came in so strong and they proved to have all that magic that this really, like, kicked off the whole circular event we had.
Yeah, but you don't end up finding that out until later. So a lot of this, like, I think it's written from obviously the perspective of Tori and Darcy. So you're going in blind and you're like seeing it from their perspective. So you're just like, what the heck is happening? All they want is their money. I was literally on their side. I was like, all they want is their coin. Why are people being so mean to them, right? Like, they literally don't deserve this. They don't even have parents. They don't have anyone that loves them. And immediately get tormented. So this goes out, like, this torment goes throughout the novels. And I was so sick of it by, I think by book 5, I was like, why are they still mean to each other? It doesn't get better.
No, it sure doesn't.
So, like, I think you mentioned it too, like, before, I think in our previous podcast, that this is a very true enemies to lovers. So if you're here for, like, the angst, and if you are here for just kind of watching true enemies, like people who hate each other, absolutely hate each other, cannot stand each other, become lovers, and more, I think this is the story for you. But yeah, that's kind of their intro to Zodiac, and then they pick their dorms, right? It's kind of, I think it's kind of like I want to say Harry Potter, or just like university slash like
it's kind of Harry
academy
Potter,
romance.
but it's kind of not, because their house is determined by what magic they have is the strongest. Since the girls had all four, they did have two stronger elements than the other ones that were slightly stronger, but they shared one of them. So they got put in their other strongest because the principal decided it'd be unfair for one house to have both of the strongest, basically Fae around. So they split them. So Darcy goes to House Air, which is under Seth, by the way, because for some reason, fuck the council, their kids control each of the houses. So Seth is Air, and he's the werewolf. Yay her. And Tori goes to Darius, and Darius is the dragon, and not arguably, he is the leader of the boneheaded council boys.
Yeah, because dragons are the strongest. I think in the Fae world, there's like even a hierarchy within like what type of Fae they are, and dragons are like the strongest compared to most Fae because they have a lot of magic, and I think they're simply just bigger, right? Like it just feels like the bigger you are, the stronger you are.
Yes, and so to explain a little bit about the Fae, there are 3 orders. There's the Tania order, which includes vampires and sirens, which, by the way, Maxi Boy is a siren. That's going to come up later. Mutino order is shapeshifters such as werewolves, dragons, and Pegasus, and that's what Darius is. And I'm saying these are wrong, I'm so sorry. Devious order is hybrids. Those are like Minotaurs, Medusas, and Chimras. So basically anything that's half of one and half another, that's in that group. And that's important because that determines how the orders recharge their magic. And since Darcy and Tori don't even know, one, at the moment, who their parents are, like, actually who they are. Everyone else knows, but they don't. And they don't know what their order form is because most kids by now know it. They don't know how to get their magic actually to come out because they don't know how to replenish it, which is a problem. So all this potential they have is just idle at this point in the story.
Yeah, because they're considered changelings, right? Like, at this point in time, there's a lot of people that don't know their order. Yeah, actually, like, you can, I think they get into the genetics of it, which was kind of interesting. Like, if you have, like, mixed blood, there's a chance of you not becoming like your family and to inherit, like, the recessive traits. And that's why, like, I think, at a certain point in the book, we get to see insight of, like, Darius, like, being betrothed to his cousin. Because the Acrox family really like their blood being pure, because that determines like basically how much power their child is gonna have. So it's interesting because there is like a kind of a scare like amongst the freshmen. Oh my god, right? Like, am I gonna be the correct order? And there's like an anxiety when their orders emerge, right? That's like a whole thing too. Which I thought was interesting, but you don't get to that. You really don't get to that until like maybe like the second book, right? Like they like talk about it a little bit at the first book, but they dive more into it with the second book.
And I mean, Fuka is correct. I mean, some of the people do not get their orders right away. That is absolutely correct. A lot of the characters didn't, but I will say there are certain orders like Werewolf, which you will find out in I think 3 books in about the tragic story about specifically Seth's family and how they treat werewolf puppies. And vampires, theirs come on really early, so there are some orders that naturally manifest when they're still very young children. But that also depends on their order.
Yeah, it really depends on your order and how it goes. But yeah, I think so. Just to recap too, we know the orders of the 4, right? Max is the siren.
Yes.
Seth is the
werewolf.
Werewolf. Caleb is the vampire, and Darius, you don't know his until later, right? There's like a scene where he like flies, right? He like strips naked and flies. I forget when he like strips naked and flies, but yeah, he's like a dragon.
So
he's like you.
Yes, he is like me. Except I don't sit on a pile of gold to get my magic.
We sit on something else.
Oh my god, shut up! Shut up!
She sits on something else to get her magic.
Okay, so as we mentioned, they get split into these. So Darcy goes to House Air, and Seth does bully her. Darcy's a lot easier to bully than Tori. So to make the bullying of Tori a lot more dramatic, because she is more stubborn, more grit driven, She just has more grit. There's no nice way to say it. There's no other way to really say it. Darius is like, okay, bet. And he burns her clothes off on her first day in there with all the money in her pockets that she had for her rent. And basically all she had was her clothes. Orion really didn't let him bring much from home. And he just burned it all to ash right there. And it publicly embarrassed her in front of the whole house.
Yeah, it exposed her to, like, basically people have nudes of her now because, like, her whole house is, like, taking photos of her.
Yep.
And I think if you have the mentality of, like, reading it from a human's perspective, you're like, oh my god, who would do this? Why would they do this? But then you realize how, like, kind of loosey-goosey a lot of the orders are and a lot of the fays are about their physical appearance, because, like, they're quick to change and, like, their human appearance really doesn't matter at the end of the day, because some of them just end up, like, you know, changing into their creature form or their fae form. So I feel like I'm downplaying how bad this situation is, but once you realize that, really, I think to the heirs, it's like light play. They're bullying them, but not as bad as they think that they're.
I think the best way to describe this, when it comes to sexuality and opusness, they're almost like British. They are very much like, they have a fucking moon that makes them fuck each other. Like, they are very into the more sexual side of their natures. Where
and
Darcy,
there's no, like, shame. Yeah.
There's no shame. But to Darcy and Tori, there is a lot of shame, and we see this repeated throughout the whole book, where they're just ashamed because they were raised to be human, and especially in America, you do not walk down the street with your clothes off without going to jail. So they're like, this is taboo.
But
so,
what ends up happening to Darcy is, like, not as bad as Tori, sadly, right? And yeah, it was a really hard mental shift to, like, read it from that perspective, because I was about to drop it when, you know, they're like, he burned her clothes off and laughed at her, and the rest of the house also laughed, hee hee ha ha, and I'm, like, mortified, like, oh my god, why would anyone write this? But I think the authors had a really good understanding of what kind of what kind of culture they wanted to set up for the Fae. And like Mezzy said, they have a very open relationship with their, like, sexuality and stuff. So this is actually, like, kind of, I don't want to compare it to anything, because it is bad, but I think to them, it's just like them, like, you know, making fart sounds or hoo hee ha ha, you're like, you're a booger or something, and then to us humans, we're like, oh my god, that's horrible. Yeah, but what happens to Darcy? Oh my god, all they did to her was, like, they blindfolded her and told her to jump, and she jumped, right? And then everyone laughed because she was so scared, and I was like, okay, this is, like, really ridiculous, right? Like, what the heck?
That's because Seth is actually not that bad of a guy, and I think it comes down to the fact of being an alpha werewolf. That whole dorm is his pack, so he can't really just outright kill her like the other heirs could.
Yeah, I think he, like, I don't know what to say. Like, what was it called when you look at someone, you imprint? I think he, like, accidentally imprinted on her, right? It was something like that, because he felt like this draw to her.
Yeah, he was like, you're my Omega, and I can't stop.
Yeah, I had to Google what an Omega was. I was like, what
oh my god, no! Don't!
I haven't read a lot of, like, werewolf porn and stories. The only werewolf story I read was Mate, and that is about, like, a vampire and a wolf. And I found out a lot of things.
So it goes alpha, beta, delta. If you go to delta, most don't. Normally that's just your normal pack members. And then it goes to Omega and Rogue or Loner.
The Omega is, like, they match with the Alpha, right? Like,
no,
they're like a match made, or they're not match.
No, Omega's basically like your bitch boy you tell to go clean your dishes because they have no power and you just bully them, and they're lucky the pack considers them part of the pack.
That's so sad. Oh
yeah,
my
I hate to say it, but the Omega's basically typically treated like dirt, and because they have no benefit to the pack, and the pack is typically just taking care of them. Most stories write them off as, like, the weakest link.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're like, if you were to read, like, an actual werewolf story, if they were wolves, they would eat last.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yes.
I don't like that.
I'm sorry, you asked.
I thought it was, like, the person's, like, the alpha's, like, mate, you know? And that's what I thought it was.
No, you're thinking of like a love story. In terms of ranking, Omega means you're the bottom of the pack.
Yeah, I guess they were calling Darcy a bottom bitch. But I guess, yeah, she is. She really is.
It's okay. I got you, Fuka. Honestly, I got you.
Yes, I don't know the terminology. I don't read enough stories for this, but yeah.
I learned this from role-playing. This is a role-playing thing. I definitely know how the terms are supposed to be used.
Were you the alpha or omega in your role-play?
It didn't work that way because we used characters, and we were also, like, young children, so we didn't think of it, like, past.
Oh, okay. This is when you're young. Okay, we can't sexualize young Lizzie. That's not okay.
This is why I'm telling you, like, without the sexualized stuff, these are what the terms are supposed to mean. Now, in actual sexualized or erotica genre, they are not used that way, or they're not used that way for long, and it quickly becomes a love story. But in reality, that's how the terms are supposed to be used. So back to topic. Now that Fuka has an education on stream.
I'm learning. Taking notes right now.
So as the schooling, goes on, because, it's not just about one day. This is supposed to be like a whole year, which I don't even know if the book is a whole year, actually, now that I think about it. But anyway.
No, it's not. It is not a whole year, which is freaky to me. Okay, I think this book is only like 2 to 3 months. Like, I actually don't think it's like a whole year.
I didn't think it was either.
Because the next book is set in October, because that's when the blood moon comes out, right? Like, or Halloween. Yeah. Or something, and then it skips to Christmas. So it hasn't even been a whole ass year. This has been like a month of just straight bullying. I would have like unalived. I honestly, if I were in their shoes, I would have just been like, this is horrible. I would not be here.
So the girls luckily have a little bit of grit to them, because Chicago, rough neighborhood, man. Learned about their own parents, the king and queen. They learned that the king was a hydra, a fucking Hydra. Can I hear it in there for those Tiamat fans? A Hydra, man. And the queen was a harpy. So they know they're basically mixed orders potentially. So, but they don't know what one. Because they could be dragons. They could be anything at this point. Because they have the bloodline of almost everything.
Yeah. Hydras are really rare. I think it's like a really, really rare order. They have like been thought to like die out. I think there's like another class low key, right? They mention it. It's like, I don't know what it's called, but the order's like basically like mythic order, where it's like these have like long died out and they're very rare. Yeah. And dude, okay, I wrote this in my notes, but I was like, well, how does a Hydra look downstairs? Because Hydras have 2 heads. So does that mean he has 2 heads?
Hydras can have infinite number of heads. It's more than one.
So does that mean his downstairs also has infinite number of heads? And at that point, I'm just like, queen, I forgot the Solarian queen. What was her name?
I forgot her name, but I'm too busy trying to figure out how to explain to the birds and the bees to you right now.
What was her name? I forgot. What was her name? Birds and the bee. Well, okay. Do they mate in their form? Like, I'm just wondering. Oh, her name is Marissa.
With how big the father is, I'm gonna say no, because he was so much larger than her.
But like, dogs mate. Like, even though you have a larger dog and a smaller dog, so like.
You do know that most of those are like genetically engineered, right? That a Chihuahua is not getting with a Great Dane naturally.
But they could.
Fuka. I don't think they could.
Okay. So I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Like they could have described like shifter sex or like fae sex, but no, they're in their like human form.
You know what? Maybe they do that later for some of the OT pairings.
Because, like, I mean, they kind of joke about it, like, unicorn butt, right? Like, what? Yeah, so I'm curious, like, why is it okay to, like, mess with, like, a Pegasus, right? But not okay to mess with a dragon. So, I don't know.
So, in this world, just for Fuka and I guess the audience's pleasure, whereas normally they say... the bard fucks everything in D&D, or everything sleeps with the dragon once. In this world is the Pegasus. The Pegasus gets around.
Yeah, the Pegasus.
The Pegasus are really horny.
No. Yes, they are horny. Yes.
Yes.
I think. Wait, if you were a fae, I guess you would be a dragon. I think I was thinking about what order I would be. I think I would be a siren. I would
Yes,
want
because
to
you
be
like to
in the
sing.
water. Yeah, I like to sing, but like also I like listening to people, and it would be fun to feed on people's emotions. I want to be manipulative like that. They're not a great order. They're so manipulative.
Fuka, I'm watching you.
I promise I'm not that manipulative. I'm not. Dude, I can't lie. I can't. It's like hard. It's so hard to lie.
Okay, y'all. So, as you can tell, besides the sex education that the girls also get, like in book 3, they found out that life's not bad enough. There has to be a mysterious creature called nymphs. Nymphs are basically, I don't want to call them fae, but technically you would say they're an order of fae that are not really recognized as an order of fae, because they could take magic from fairies and make it their own, but they aren't naturally born with magic and they gotta steal it. So it's like a souped up vampire predatory fae. And basically they're the main enemies, and they killed their parents, and that's why they're orphans, and that's why they were in the human world. But they don't know the full details yet. And they're trying to figure out who the fuck keeps messaging them about all this information. Someone named Falling Star. But they don't know who. And
oh, they have. Oh, I forgot to mention. So basically, Solaria is like a mirror world of Earth. So everything they have on Earth, they have on Solaria. So their version of social media and stuff is called Facebook, and they have something called an atlas, right? Like that.
Yeah.
That was touched upon. And their atlas is like a phone or a tablet of some sort. So they have internet there. They have internet.
The one thing Book was worried about, do they have internet?
Because that's how they could text each other and do like those little cute text scenes and like sex scenes or whatever. So they have everything. So it's interesting how they describe like Solaria, the kingdom of Solaria, because it's exactly like Earth, but like more magic. They also have magical things.
So basically, Falling Star, who you don't know who it is, and we don't know at this point, tells them Darius and Ryan are basically potentially trying to kill them soon and don't trust them. But these messages are coming very weirdly. Like, they might come in a text or a note, and there's no sign of who's leaving the notes, and they're like just freaked out.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting. Another thing to know, I forgot to mention this because like it's obviously called Zodiac Academy, right? But I didn't realize how much the stars have to do with the story. So like you're here, I don't know, I'm not really an astrologist, right? Like I like the idea of astrology, but I don't really follow it. Some people like check their astrology like frequently, daily. And the same thing happens to the girls, right? So every chapter we begin with like basically a message from the stars, or like, hey Gemini, blah 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 blah. So they get their like astrology like said out loud to them every single day. And it's actually important in the book to like read those things because they kind of dictate what happens. Like every single quote from the atlas about their astrology low-key becomes true. And I think that's like a cool way to like foreshadow everything, because it's as ambiguous as you think it would be, but then it actually becomes true. So on top of getting like mysterious messages from Fallen Star, they're also like kind of taking in their astrology and not taking it too seriously at first.
Have you ever heard the story of have you ever read the story of Macbeth? Like actually read it?
No, I read parts of it in high school.
Okay, so Macbeth's whole premise is the age-old question of by trying to avoid his fate, did he make his fate, or was his fate so set in stone he couldn't change it? And that's kind of the feeling the Zodiac prophecies every morning give.
Oh, like you can change it if you want, but
can you really, or was it already like set in stone, you know?
Yeah.
Because like you're like, well, if she made this one choice, it'd be different. But like, did the stars set her up to fail? Was that a choice that she would even have made viably?
Yeah, you are completely right about that. And we find more about that in the later novels. About like if their decisions were actually in their hands, or were they set up to make this big decision? Because they could have said no. At any point, like, the girls could have left the academy. Not right now, but they could have left the academy. They could have not went with Orion, right? You think that, but low-key, he could have just coerced them to, like, come with him anyway. So, like, they really... You feel bad for these girls because they really have no choice. Wait, where were we? Okay, so we were talking about Fallen Star. Going back. Fallen Star.
But so Fallen Star, basically, they decide after messages from Fallen Star and, him scaring the shit out of them, they're going to go to a bar one night because fuck it. People have been dying. They've been stressed. They deserve a night out, right? Like, you had a bad day. You go get a drink. Who wouldn't? Come on. That's not fair. So they go, and it's a nearby town called Technia. They notice Orion there. Of course Orion's there with a woman. Come on. He's supposed to be this really hot vampire dude. He's also a dick. But anyway. And they're ordering drinks, and she hears a plan about plans to kill someone mysterious, and she thinks they're planning to kill her and Tori. So it scares her, of course, so she goes and tells Tori what they overheard. Like, hey, sis, that bitch is actually after us. And instead of heeding the warning, Darcy, goes back to the table, whatever. And she's like, we're with friends. He can't do nothing. Sophia becomes extremely drunk, and I mean, like, blackout drunk, y'all. I don't mean, like, hey, y'all, let's have fun. It's, y'all, I'm sloshed. Diego takes her home. Tori's mentioned by Falling Star, asking the twins to meet behind the bar. Okay, sketchy. If I thought somebody was going to kill me, they got a text from somebody, I don't know who they are, I would not go behind the bar, just so you know. That's asking to die. That's asking to die. They don't make they're not smart people, okay? I'm going to say that right now. These girls are 18 and it shows.
Yeah, you have to also remind yourself of that. Like, oh my god, they're little children. And I'm like, oh, why are they like this? Why are you making this decision? Your brain needs to be developed more.
So, they receive another message claiming it's unsafe whenever they go into the alley and it's empty. But then they hear a rattle, and they can't suddenly use their magic, which they've been learning how to use. And they're like, okay, this ain't normal. The rattle is something they've never heard before. And that's when we learn that rattle is the sound the nymphs make. And that cold, chilling fear, kind of like a Dementor from Harry Potter, that's the nymphs. I won't say they suck the happiness, but they suck the essence of magic from the air itself. So they are very, very dangerous. And their fingers are basically big suction things, by the way. They'll pierce your heart with it. Yeah, they're kind of bad.
And then they take your powers. Like,
yes.
If you get sucked off by a nymph, you give them their powers, which is why nymphs are so deadly, because I think fae are very weak towards them. And it's scary for the fae, because once the nymphs get the powers of, like, the most powerful fae, they can rule all of Solaria. Right? Like, that was, like, the main, like, scare. Like, oh, they can do the thing.
So, the girls, I'm out, bitches. They gone. The celestial heirs find out what happened. They decide, we're going to make a truce. They go dance. And, hey, you're safe now. We're here. We'll protect you. And they become intimate with each other. And by that, I mean they became friendly. They actually seem like they're friends for once, which these girls, they don't really trust them. But they're like, maybe they're not so bad. Maybe we've just been, not getting along well, and it's about to be okay. But then a student is attacked by a nymph, and they're saved by Professor Orion. All the students get kicked back on the bus, and the girls notice that all the heirs are there except for Darius. But Darius, I'm pretty sure, was there earlier, and now he's not. And a student was attacked, and they don't know what's going on. Like, you gotta remember, just like in a real school, the information is limited. They're not being told everything. They don't need to know everything. They're still children. They're babies. That's what the professors are for. So don't take it too bad. But this is where a lot of the trouble for the girls actually starts. Because like I said, they were becoming intimate with the boys. And I don't mean they were like, oh my God, let's go have sex in the closet. It was more like, hey, let's have a beer. We're having a great time. Okay?
Well, some of them. I feel like Tori was, like, down bad for anyone. She, like, how Tori's described is she will suck anyone's dick as long as they're hot. She doesn't care if she hates you. She will suck you off and, like, use you for her own pleasure. Like, that's how I got, that's the vibe I got from the description of Tori. Like, she actually doesn't care. She's like,
I don't think Tori cares. I don't think Tori cares about who she's fucking. But I don't think she's loosey-goosey like that. I think that's a lot of bad publicity she gets by the other group as well. It's more like she's in charge of her sexuality and she uses it to her advantage. And she's not afraid to admit she's sexually active, where Darcy's more reserved. But it doesn't mean she's like a full-blown whore.
Yeah, well, I don't mean to call Tori like a hoe, right? But like she's very, like, she likes sex, right? Like, it's not like she's addicted to it. She's like, well, I will get dicked out if I want to get dicked out. That's, like, the vibe she gives. And she's not afraid to, like, be like, she calls the heirs hot. Like, she's like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're hot. I would fuck them, but they're kind of assholes too. So yeah, she's down. She's down. But Darcy's like, no, she's like the good, like the cutesy twin that's just like, I'm gonna save myself for marriage. That's the vibe. She's like the good Christian girl.
I got words about the good Christian girl. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, if y'all know anything about stereotypes, the pastor's daughter is typically the dirtiest one in bed. Just saying.
Yes. Just because you date a good Christian girl does not mean you are getting. Wait, holy shit.
I'm just gonna throw that out.
I'm gonna send you something as we're talking. Good Christian values about good Christian values.
So Caleb and Seth are really here. Remember, Caleb's a vampire. He can do coercion just like Orion. Seth is a siren, so he can manipulate you if he really wants to as well. They are showing genuine interest in Darcy and Tori. And how much of this was premeditated versus just it came up as being beneficial later, I'm not too sure. I really want to read the boys' point of view at one point to see how they really felt about the girls and how much of it was, we have to do this versus, oh, I really like y'all. Y'all cool. Because let me tell you something. Guys, they brutal. One minute they mad at you, next second you still mad at them, and they like, why the fuck you mad? Bitch, get over it. And that's kind of how these guys are. I hate to say it.
Yeah, they're just mean. I think sirens, I like their class, or I like their Fae order because they're like in water and they have like wonderful voices, but they're probably like the meanest of the bunch because they like take advantage of your emotions. So like their way to get power or replenish their mana is to feed off of people's emotions. So it could be negative or positive, but it's easier to get like a negative reaction. So combine that with like coercion, like that power to like get people to open up. Oh my god. And they like, dude, they are probably the worst sexual predators because they could get you to open up just by talking to you and touching you, right? I think they mostly touch, so like they'll like put your hand on your, put their hand on their shoulder and then just be like, what's going on? Are you okay? And all they wanted was the story. All they wanted to do was like absorb the emotion.
Yes.
Which is sad because I fell for it. I was like, oh, they're just, Max is being so nice. He's asking about her problems and their fears.
No, he wants
why
that
is he that?
food, man. He wants that food.
Yeah. I forgot when Max feeds on their biggest fear. When does that happen? Because
it's actually
happens
happening
right?
in the story we're getting to right now.
Okay. You can explain it.
So basically, at this thing, like Fuka said, Tori is a bit of a hoe, but I will say it's more that she is in touch with her sexuality, and she hooks up with Caleb. Go, girl, get that dick. And Darcy believes that, Seth has good feelings for her, and when he asks her, to dance with him. So, this is where Tori first finds out that Darius is a dragon shifter, and that's because, Caleb, they like to have a lot of pillow talk, okay? Caleb tells a lot more things to Tori than he probably should throughout multiple books, despite them being enemies. He likes Tori, and that's also his source, which is important because he cannot actually hurt Tori, not physically. And so this happens, the dance, everything goes well, and then an upcoming siren lesson, because they go have that class in the water, and Max is really strong there. Max practices his siren's ability on the twins, and he asks them what their biggest fears are. So Tori, during this moment of weakness to his powers, explains about her fear of drowning after an accident with her ex-boyfriend, where he basically let her drown in a car and left her to die. Darcy, sweet, innocent Darcy. Hers is just being abandoned because one of her boyfriends left her right after having sex and didn't even say goodbye, and she just now hates being left alone. So Darcy, in response to this trauma, has dyed her hair blue to show the emotional pain of what has happened. And actually, blue hair is very significant to Darcy because it also distinguishes her from Tori. That's the only way to tell them apart physically, actually, besides, their expressions.
Yeah. It's that like what happens to both of them. But yeah, based on their personalities, I think like the authors really thought like, oh, how much trauma can I give this twin versus the other twin? Yeah, because I would say that Tori goes through something way worse because she literally almost dies, right? And then like Darcy's just like, oh, I got my heart broken, and now I'm emo and blue and sad, and I don't want anyone to get close to me. So I think, my opinion is like, Tori is definitely the main character. I think they had more fun writing Tori, but they had to have like a balance. So they're like, oh, we need somebody to like move the story along. Sometimes when we get stuck with Tori. So I don't know. So it's really about Tori. The story is really about Tori's ascension into Fae royalty.
So at this dance that Darcy was invited to by, who'd I say again? My brain just went blank.
Caleb? Or
no, it's Max. It's
oh, Max. It was Max's party?
No, it's Seth. It's Seth. That's right. Seth did it. Max is the one who got this information. So they go to this dance, you know. Darcy's like, oh, Seth's being nice to me. Oh, we're doing all this stuff. So that's cool. And at this dance, they find out who the fallen star is because they ask him to meet in Library Venus. They discover it's Professor Astrom, a friend of the deceased birth mother who reads tarot cards about the future. And he believes that Fae are working with the nymphs, you know, the classic people in power working with the enemy and teaching them how to master the Fae magic stolen from the king and queen. And he suspects Darius's dad is actually also behind it. And basically because someone's eavesdropping, he ends the meeting, tells the girls to leave for safety. The girls go back to the dance, and Darcy finally dances with Seth and leaves for fresh air. And then she goes to see Orion, who wants her away from Seth because Orion's doing this weird, I'm your friend, I'm not your friend with the girls. Like, one minute he's very nice to him, next minute he's like, I gotta defend my bros, Bo. Sorry. So she's like, fuck you, Orion, and goes to kiss Seth on the bench. He takes advantage of her, and he cuts off her hair. And like I told you, her hair is really important to her, and he just cuts it off. So that's how Seth and them attack Darcy. They take away her hair. And Orion did try to warn her to stay away, but she didn't listen, so her hair is now basically chopped off. And he does it just for fun. There's no reason for that. He just wanted to hurt her, okay? Like, it wasn't like, oh, she kicked me earlier. It was just, hey, this will hurt her the most, and that's what they did. As sad as that is to hear. And Seth leaves, and Orion returns to comfort Darcy, but Tori is looking for Darcy, and she has not found her sister, and she's like, where is she at? I don't know where she's at. I don't like this. I don't know these people like that. I don't trust them. Darcy's naive. You know, Tori knows her sister's naive. Come on. They've been together their whole lives. And so she's looking for her, and she finds Darius, who gives her one last chance to leave the academy, because he's been telling him, like, hey, leave, and we won't hurt you. We'll let you leave in peace. And secretly, they've been wanting to leave, but she will never admit that to Darius. She is not prideful enough. She's too prideful. She won't tell him that. So she declines the offer, and he uses coercion to force her to go to the lunar building with her, where he forces her to jump in the deep end of the pool and face her fears of drowning in front of all the students. And basically, she panics. She can't swim because she's still afraid of water. So she just goes under. And they use their magic to hold her under even more. So once she's over the panic, she can't get out, and they trap her with ice. She becomes unconscious, and luckily Orion heard her scream, and he actually saved her. And he actually does give everyone detention for it, because like he told the boys, I expected y'all to scare them, not try to kill them. And unfortunately, while all this happened, Falling Star does die, aka Professor Astrom, so their only ally has died. And they find a magic card, a death card of his, and it warns that the shadows have discovered him, and the answers she seeks are hidden between Leo, Darius, and Libra, Orion, and they must not trust the flames. And that's the last thing we hear of Falling Star before the girls are basically just left on their own in a school full of boys who want to keep them down and make them leave, and now have just attempted murder on one of the girls, and the other girl is currently just hairless. I hate to say it that way, but I feel like Darcy's always had like the better luck with the boys.
Yeah, I agree. Well, they wrote her to be a sweetie pie. I feel like if you're a sweetie pie, you're gonna be like nicer and all of that stuff. And I feel so bad for Tori. Because she was always the twin that wasn't good. And you find that out later, actually. You don't find that out, like, at this first book. But it goes into their family history, how Tori sees Darcy as, like, the lucky one or the good twin. And she was always, like, different. But then we find out it's because they've been asked to, like, basically deny their true nature as Fae, because they were forced into the human world to live as humans.
And I mean, that's completely correct, but that goes back to, unfortunately, just the challenges they have of being what they are and being denied their basically who they are.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, I think I wrote this my first time reading it. This was like a long time ago. It was like a couple of months ago, actually, like when I first finished. I think it's like towards late December, early January. I was like, I definitely do not recommend this book for people who are not okay with bullying. You just have to pray that the characters get their revenge. So I literally thought this was going to be a revenge story at the beginning. I was like, oh, heck yeah, I want them to get revenge. I wanted them to kill each of the heirs. Actually, I wanted them to give them like a gruesome death, but no, it's actually like a love story. Or be the better person and change those bullies for the better. Oh my god, this was bad. As in, did this have to happen? But this would be good TV. I personally do not think it is the most amazing story or book, but I think it's easy to follow and would make really great raunchy type of CW TV drama.
Yes.
My current favorite character, at that point in time, my favorite character was Orion, because he like keeps his distance and actually wants to help. I like how they wrote him about being someone who is kind of from far away, but is not a complete dick to the girls. So I enjoyed his character in the first maybe 2 novels, and then he got annoying. I did not like his character after. Ugh, you're just so annoying. I don't like romance, the age gap romances too much. So if you're not into the age gap romances, also, like, you can ignore the couple that blossoms. But there is a romance for everyone. They wrote a variety of couples, which was nice.
I mean,
like almost
they did.
Every trope. Yeah, they have almost every trope you can think of. Enemies to lovers, childhood friends. I don't know what other tropes they have. Let me see. Cute tropes. Romance trope. Teacher student. Love triangle. Rivals. I guess, yeah. Rivals. Childhood friends. Redemption. Nerd and jock. Yeah, I guess nerd and jock work opposite. Yeah, they have basically everything. I don't think they have the bad boy, good girl, though. They don't have that, right? I don't think they wrote any of the bad boy, good girl thing.
I don't think they do either, actually, now that you mention it. I don't remember seeing any of that. At least not yet. Because both Tori, and Darius consider bad.
Yeah.
I guess you could say Orion and Darcy.
Orion's not a bad boy, though. He doesn't come off... He's, like, proper, but it's because he, like, has to be proper. Because of what
But
happens
he's
to
also
him.
broken a lot of laws. That's what I mean. He's not afraid to break more laws to get what he wants.
Yeah, bro. He broke the law to be with her.
Well, I also mean, like, the whole... raiding bodies and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think that was like that bad, but how I like read that part was like, it's just wholesome.
Oh my god.
When he's raiding the tombs and stuff, I'm like, oh, that's so wholesome of him to spend time with his dad.
Oh my god.
So I had like no problem with him doing that. But yeah, I did not like any of these characters. I didn't think that any of these characters could be redeemed, but they do get redeemed by the end of the story. So who's your favorite character so far in this book?
Tori.
I think she's everyone's favorite character because she's definitely the main character. I think I ended up liking Geraldine a lot. At the first book, Orion was my favorite character, but he becomes less of my favorite character throughout the novel series.
Also, if you really want to sum up Zodiac, I think Orion does it the best when he says to Darcy, everything in Solaria is about power, Miss Vega. Everyone takes what they want. It is our way. And if you don't start taking it for yourself, you're going to fail at this academy before you've even attempted to pass the reckoning.
Yeah. I also think he also mentions, like, if you don't take it for yourself, someone else is going to take it from you. And I was like, oh, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, wait. So... Wait, I wanted to mention this. So their real names is Roxania Vega and then Gwendolina Vega. And I thought it was a really cute thing to name her Gwendolina and then name Orion Lance, as in Lancelot. So I was like, oh, they were already destined to be with one another because like Gwendolina is Lancelot. I think it's not Gwendolina, but it's Gwen. It's like Gwen something.
Guinevere?
She is the Guinevere. Yeah, I think that was the connection between them two, like Lancelot and Guinevere. So Lance is kind of like her knight in shining armor, and Guinevere is the princess. So I was like, oh, that's their connection. So I think they like had when they created this couple, they had that story in mind. So I'm wondering if they have any other like connections or like references that I missed. But that was the first thing I thought of when I heard them call him Lance for the first time. I'm like Gwen and Lance, as in like the knight that serves Guinevere. So cute, so cute.
Well, to make it better for you,
yes.
Do you know?
Yes?
Isn't Orion the name of the fairy king? Fairy king and A Midsummer's Night Dream.
I did not read that. I did not read Midsummer Night's Dream. Oh God. Did you read it as a kid? I think I fake read it.
I just remember a lot of weird
summary. Stuff. Let's see. I don't know.
No, it's Oberion.
Orion at all.
But that's what it is. It's Oberion, but it keeps making me think it's Orion for some reason. I remember Titania just because Titania is actually also in Fairy Tail, and I love Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail? Is that like a...
It's an anime.
Just an anime? Oh, Fairy Tail! Like, I was just like, is that a book? Like, the one with the guild, right?
Yeah.
I like the novel, the manga that person wrote, the author of Fairy Tail. It was called Rave Master. And like Fairy Tail's great, but I was just like I kept thinking of Rave Master every time I looked at Fairy Tail because like the art is very similar. Like the designs too is like very similar. But yeah, she's the one with the swords, right? The sword lady.
Yes.
She's so hot.
Now I'm curious about Rux.
I feel like they just wanted to like give her like a badass name. And then Vega is part of the Summer Triangle, right? So like they're known as the Vega twins. So like I knew that they were like tied to Altair because Caleb Altair, that's part of the Summer Triangle, but I don't know if they thought too hard about the constellations like that. Because there's Vega, Altair, and then there's another let's see, Danebu. Daneb?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
also
if there's a Daneb.
it also is part of Lyra, which is a constellation representing the harp of the Greek musician Orpheus.
That's Vega. Vega is also known as Lyra.
Yep.
So like I don't know if Deneb is also supposed to be Darius, but I highly doubt it. I don't think they thought too deeply into it. But I wish it was like that. So then it would have been more of like a symbolism of their love triangle. You know, like I was like, oh, that would have been perfect. But I don't know if they had that in mind.
So, the Persian origin of Darius, which is, I'm going to butcher this, Darius, I guess is how you would say it, meaning he who holds firm the good, possessor of goodness, or kingly, is associated with Darius the Great, signifying strength, nobility, and virtue.
He's not virtuous.
I mean, yeah.
He's not virtuous.
I mean, yeah, but I was trying to give you something, just so you know.
So, I feel like Darius, I do think of a dragon. So, like, the virtuous, like, I think of royalty when I think of Darius. You know, like a great king. Yes, Darius. He's also in League of Legends. He's also in League of Legends. There's a League of Legends Wikipedia on
Oh my god.
That's the second thing that comes up for me. Oh, he's known as the King of Kings. Oh, wow. Darius the Great? Wow.
I don't know. I think that makes sense for those two, but that might be the only reference they made too.
Yeah, I think maybe they didn't talk or they didn't think too much about Tori's like name. Maybe they just liked the name Roxania, but even though it's like spelled differently too. Like it's not spelled like conventionally. Oh my god. The most annoying thing about Darius is when he calls her Roxy just to piss her off. It pissed me off too. I'm like, why don't you just like call her by her given name? Why?
He does explain it later. Have you heard why?
I don't remember. I think he says something about like he respects her and he like wants her to take the identity of her like of the queen or like princess, right? Because like that's her identity. Does he talk about that or am I remembering it wrong?
You're correct. He does it because he does not want to diminish who she is. By calling her by her birth name, he's acknowledging her power.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about respect. Unfortunately, Tori does not see it that way. But he does explain it to her.
Yeah, well, because she doesn't understand. I feel like Tori's so, like, stubborn, and, like, I think she's, like, really unwilling to understand, like, what's going on. I do think that because she's so stubborn, and she's like, my way's the best way. I don't care about the rules, blah, blah, blah. So it kind of makes sense why she just doesn't understand, and she just, like, goes, whatever. Just gonna do my own
But, I mean, that's also the fatal flaw of Tori and Darius' relationship, too, is they're both stubborn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted to talk about it when we were talking about, was it Shadow Princess, or was it the other, Cursed Fates, about, the stars and how it affects their moods and stuff. It's so interesting because I feel like, because I was reading Reddit, right, and how people are feeling about, like, how the characters were acting, like, oh, this is, like, so out of character for them, why would they act like this? But, like, it's heavily implied that the stars also have, like, an effect on their moods, and sometimes totally their personality. So, like, if you don't read it carefully, right, read the book, because we don't have the book in front of us, right, but I know that sometimes it'll quote something about, like, this star is aligned with this, so you're going to be feeling this, or you're going to succumb to this emotion, or something like that. So when I really thought about it, whenever, maybe it's just convenient for the the authors to write however they want to write, I didn't see it as, like, a disconnect when eventually Tori will do something completely out of character almost, or even Darcy will do something completely out of character, but I think it has to do with, like, the effects of the stars and the effects of the fates.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was really interesting. Huh? Sorry? Were you going to say something?
I was about to say, unfortunately, despite... Another big problem is Tori doesn't believe in it. So she thinks she just has rotten luck. So she spends, like, the first whole book going, this isn't real. This is some bullshit. To realize she's been using the horoscopes to her disadvantage. Yeah,
because they do predict what's going to happen. And they, like, give her tidbits of, like, where to look. Or, like, hey, this is going to happen. Be aware of this.
Yeah. Poor Tori.
Yeah, poor Tori. I actually thought she would end up with Caleb. Oh, this is a spoiler. She doesn't end up with Caleb. It's like a love triangle between Caleb and Darius. And then, like, obviously when you pick the first guy, it's never the guy they end up with, right? It's always, like, the second guy. The first guy they see, they're going to end up with. But then the second guy that they, like, actually date, they never end up with them. Because, like, was it this book where, like, Darius starts to train... Tori?
Yes.
I really enjoyed that scene.
He did it against his will, if you know what I mean. He was trying to avoid it.
I enjoyed that scene so much. Because, like, they were basically holding hands. And they were basically, like, power fucking each other. He was like, I gotta hold her hand. And then her magic flowed inside me. And I'm like, his magic flowed inside me.
Oh my god. And it's funny
because sorry.
Because she's actually stronger than him, and he was like, kind of like, oh shit, is how he was going. He's like, when she learns to control this shit, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I think that was his emotion. But then also he, like, liked it. He liked the feeling of her power, which was interesting. So, like, they're like fighting for dominance, but also they like the rush of, like, power in their veins. You're like, yes, I gotta get another hit.
Can you blame them, though?
Well, I don't know how it feels, so I don't know. Okay. I don't know if they have... Maybe they have someone named Cygnus. Cygnus Zodiac Academy.
Cygnus?
They do have Zodiac... Okay. Cygnus. Sophia Cygnus. She's a Pegasus.
Oh, right. Her. Yeah. What about her?
Because then another name for Deneb is Cygnus. So she's part of the Summer Triangle. So it's Sophia, the Vega twins, and what's his face? Caleb. Caleb. 4 of them. Or 3 of them. I guess the 3/4 of them never cross paths. So maybe that's why they made him the triangle. I don't know. I'm thinking too hard about this. I'm thinking way too hard.
Well, Sophia becomes their friend. It's like one of their main friends.
Oh, maybe it's just implying, like, if they're part of the summer triangle, they're friends. But in the story of the the reason why I'm obsessed with the summer triangle is I love the lore behind it. It's like it was my favorite fairy tale growing up, or one of my favorite fairy tales. Do you know the story of like the sheep herder or the cow herder and the spinner? I think there's like the weaver.
No, I do not. Nothing's familiar.
Okay, so the summer triangle, right, is a constellation in the sky, and I'm sorry if I'm remembering it wrong, but it's a constellation in the sky that only like appears in the summer. And the story goes like there is this sheep herder and this weaver, right, this cloth weaver that fall in love. And they're so in love, that they stop doing their jobs. Like the sheep/cows don't get herded, the weaving doesn't happen, and then the king gets mad, and I think his name is King Deneb. He gets mad, and he's like, "You two are spending too much time together, so I'm gonna like split you apart." And they get split apart, but they get so depressed because they don't see each other that they actually stop doing their jobs properly. And then, like, the king's like, how do I fix this? So every summer, they get to see each other. So he, like, combines the constellations so they can see each other in the summer.
Aww.
But they can only meet in the summer. And that's why I'm just like, oh, they have to do something with the summer triangle if they're the Vega twins. But maybe they just like the name of it. And, like,
I mean,
maybe the implication is, like, the three of them are never to cross paths. Right? Like, romantically, but, like, they're still in each other's lives.
well, they could be nebular allies. That is what that's for, remember?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Did we talk about I think we talked about it last podcast, but there's, like, specific relationships in this, universe, which is insane. I think they might be nebular allies. That might be the implication. Like, if you are in this constellation, you're an ally.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that could be it. It could be all about nebular allies, but...
Yeah.
But I think they are all nebular allies anyway because they're friends because the whole Darius thing, and they're actually fighting each other over a stupid throne that they don't realize that none of them really have the chance of getting right now with the current state of politics.
Yeah, that's true. Wait. Okay, I'm really reaching. But there is this constellation called Draco. It's like the dragon one, and it looks like it's reaching for Vega.
Really?
Look!
I'm looking.
Look! It's just like you see the little dragon, right? And it's like reaching for Vega. I think that's cute. Not me looking too into this.
I mean, keep going, girl. Keep going. We're already on this mountain now.
Yeah, I just, if I had some time, I'd study the stars, but it's so much work. But yeah, I guess they're all nebular allies towards the end. Is there a thing for like mortal enemies? I forget if they have mortal enemies in the Fey world.
I think they do, but I don't remember the term. Shit, now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Because I remember nebular allies and then like Elysian mates, and that's it. Okay, and then I did not like how they named they gave Diego the last name of Polaris, because Polaris is the upmost star, right? It's like the star of Ursa Minor. I use Polaris a lot to navigate the stars. It's like, yeah, it says the position of the star Polaris is less than 1 degree away from the North Celestial Pole. So it's the most northern star. So a lot of people use Polaris to like navigate themselves. But I don't know if they were into astrology like this, or astronomy. Astronomy.
I will say I did Google it. It's astro adversaries.
What the astral adversary? You don't ever hear about astral adversary.
I think the term when they talked about it that one time was, you better hope you never meet one.
We never meet any.
I think technically we have, and we just don't realize it. Like, we don't realize that's the term. Like, his dad, Darius' dad, definitely one.
Yeah, we don't meet Daddy Acrox until later. Bro, okay, I know we'll talk more about the other books once we get to it, but
yeah,
I do not like Daddy Acrox. He is not Daddy. He is not the dragon daddy of our dreams. He is disgusting. He is my astral adversary because he is straight up nasty. I absolutely despise him. He's gross. Blech, nasty.
Tell us how you really feel, Fuka. Damn.
He's so gross. Okay. I thought I could like handle him. I'm like, okay, he's not that bad. But when he like starts like being messy and like sleeping around, I can't. I'm like, you're so nasty. You're so nasty. Go away. Put that away.
To be fair, I think he's been sleeping around the whole time. By the way the marriage thing acts.
Yeah.
I've actually kind of wondered if Lance was his kid at one point.
But that makes it disgusting because of what happens between Darius and Lance, right? That's even worse because they might be cousins or like stepbros, and that.
It would be half brothers.
No,
It would be
that's
half brothers.
nasty. That makes it so nasty. But I guess in the Fae world, anything goes.
Yeah, it does. Look at poor Darius having to marry his cousin. Are you okay?
It's so nasty. I'm thinking too hard about it, and it's just so gross. They could be related, but they had eyes for each other. What, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's okay. It's really okay.
But it's interesting how, like, in Zodiac Academy and, like, how the Fae take romance and love, they just act upon it. They're like, yeah, whatever. They sleep around and that's okay, right? Like, everyone's just, like, in everyone's business, and that's, like, A-okay.
I mean, yeah.
My heart can't handle it. But I'm so addicted to, like, what happens next. I think what the authors do, Peckham and Valenti, do really well is they leave cliffhangers. And I'm obsessed. Like, I don't care what happens overall, right? Like, it's just a story. But they're so good on leaving it on a cliffhanger and making you want to know what happens next. So I think
that's every good young author, though. Like, young adult author.
Oh, so good. I haven't felt this way about a novel since, like, Fourth Wing. You know, like, I'm just like,
Aww.
oh.
I'm so glad you ended up liking it, because I did have a friend, Nimi, I love you. Do not finish it, because I'm assuming they didn't get past the whole bullying arc. I told you just have to grit your teeth and bear it, because it sucks.
Did you read the second season, Nimi?
I don't know.
Or second book? I think it gets better in the second book.
I agree. It's called Game of Thrones. Star, I love you. Did I ever tell you that? I love you.
Aww.
Also, for people who did buy the baby a gift, if y'all let me know, if y'all want me to put like a fake IRL name on the gift for you, I will. So
you're opening on stream?
Not for the baby, because, well, I don't want her on camera with all the AI shit going on and a list going around. But I was going to let her open it at her birthday party.
Aw, cute!
Yeah. But obviously with a certain list floating around and people not understanding that children should be protected, I will not be posting any IRL photos of my baby online for the mass consumption. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Wait, yeah, no. Do you watch Stephanie Sue by any chance?
No. Who is that?
Okay, she's like a murder mystery podcaster. And she actually did this piece on what was happening in Korea about deep fakes. You know what a deep fake is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so she was saying that in Korea right now, there's something called the Nth Room. It's not now. I think it was like way long ago, like a couple of years ago almost. And they have, you know what Telegram is? Do you know what Telegram? Like you use like a message. It's like a messenger app, basically, that has no trace of what you did. Like all messages sent in and out have no trace. And their bylaws are like or contracts are really, really strong to the point where sometimes the FBI will like go and try to intimidate Telegram into giving up the chat logs and stuff, and Telegram will be like, no, sorry. Even if they're involved in like crime rings and stuff, like they will not give up the chat logs because either one, simply they don't exist, or two, it's because they want to protect everyone that they use, right? Which is understandable. So a lot of like crime rings and stuff will use Telegram. So in Korea, there's something called an Nth Room, right? Because they just keep on making new rooms every time one gets shut down. Do you know the factor of n, right? It's just a number, so you can change the variable n into like any number. So that's why they call it the Nth Room. So in these rooms they have like CP, like just straight up like porn, right? And to get into these rooms, you have to get porn of a loved one, right? Your mom, your sister, etc. And what people were finding out, and this is why in Asia people don't use like actual photos of themselves, is because on Instagram, for example, you only need like 5 to 4 of those small pixelated images to make a deep fake of that person. That's how good the technology is. So you are completely right not to post your baby on social media, because it only takes a couple of screenshots, like very, very pixelated small screenshots to deep fake your baby and make like who God knows what, right? Deep fakes of your baby. And I think that is so dystopian and so disturbing. Incredibly disturbing. So you are being a wonderful mom by not posting your daughter on social media or anywhere, because you don't know what people do with these photos.
No, you don't.
It's so disgusting.
And I will say, I know some of you do get photos of my baby, but I know that the ones who get them will never share those photos. I trust you guys to know not to share them.
Yeah, but there's also like a layer, right? Like, it's almost the equivalent of like having a locked Instagram or like a very privated like Twitter, right, on lockdown. Yeah. And no one's like retweeting any of these photos because they're not allowed to, right? They're locked in your system or your circle. So yeah, not to get like super like sad and stuff, but yeah, like it's just insane to me how people will post their babies without their baby's consent. I cannot imagine if I had baby photos like floating around right now that I'm like in my 30s, like without my consent and people looking at those photos. Like that's so weird to me.
Hi, Sarah Otzi. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just, with the way technology is nowadays, I'm gonna keep it all like.
Should I change?
So this is Fuka. She is a co-founder of LoreBiters, where we do podcasts where we talk about books. I did out her today, saying she was going to give some of the audience members a special awakening, because the book we're calling is She Lived!
I'm changing it. We're not talking about awakening and stuff.
Y'all made her actually change outfits. I'm so proud of y'all.
I have pants now. Okay, this is just as bad. Like, I would say this is just as bad, though.
I'm waiting for you to load back in. That's actually, yeah, it's about the same. I'm sorry, Fuka. You're in PJs. It's cute.
Thank you.
I like OT. OT's funny.
It's better by a margin. I didn't get a new outfit. I'm currently in designing mode. I think I might be like I want to be a D&D class, and I think mine would be like bard or druid or like a combination of both. And
do a mixed class.
About mixed class. Yeah, I think I would be like some sort of like druid bard. I want a tambourine. I think I want to be carrying one. But yeah.
I will be honest with you, any class can learn an instrument, so that's not like like my character is like an arcane rogue, and now I'm a sorcerer, and I have a fucking what do I have? A lyre or something, whatever it's called. I never play it. My character just has it.
Just for the looks, yes. Just for the memes.
I guess when somebody pisses me off, I'm just gonna hit it over their head, be like, bam, and break the string.
Yes.
Yes, this is the appropriate response.
You can use your bones to like reconstruct your Is it lyre? A lyre? Or
You're
like
probably
your
correct.
instrument. I would probably use human bones to construct my tambourine. Yeah, but I want to fit in. I want to fit in your lore. My two friends have like D&D-esque like character design or VTuber design. So you're a dragon, and then I have another friend named Moki Zard, and she's like a thief. She's like a dragon phantom thief, and I'm like, I don't fit in. I'm just in my PJs or a freaking bikini.
Oh, I mean, but you're still a shark. It's so cute.
Yes. Well, my bikini model doesn't have a tail. I regret not requesting a tail, but it's okay. It's like
you don't...
hidden. The bikini model doesn't have a tail.
You can't just copy and paste your tail?
I don't know. I'll have to ask my mama for that, but it's okay. Oh yeah, Mezzy has 2 distracting things.
Okay. Look. They are moderately sized right now. I can make them bigger, Oats. I am being civil.
They are so not moderate. They're not. Mommy. Oh my God. They're so huge. You can like literally clip yourself on onto each of her boobs or even the middle. Like, you can literally.
Okay.
You
look,
can
look,
ride her boobies.
Yo made me grab my toggle machine.
They're literally as big
I can
as
make
my
them
head.
grow. I can make them grow. I can make them normal.
They're
Grow.
literally as big as my head.
Normal.
Your back must hurt, like carrying all that weight. Let me help you.
I would love it. Look, my back actually hurts IRL, okay? It hurts.
Oh my god. Must be nice to have this problem.
It is until you realize you can't find a bra in your size. And you just order
and then
offline.
you can't go out. You can't go out braless. I guess I like being flat because I can go out braless. That's like the plus of being part of the itty bitty titty community. You just go out. Who cares?
Okay, I can go out braless, but I don't think people will be able to focus on things. They'll be like, why is she not wearing a bra?
I would not be able to focus either. I'd be like, excuse me? Hello? Ma'am?
Like, yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? I said what I said. Oh
my gosh.
Be glad I'm in a state that doesn't really support braless.
Just go jog. Oh my god. Wait, have you watched the most recent Bridgerton? Do you watch Bridgerton, Mazzy?
Yes, I love Bridgerton. Oh my god.
OMG. What are your thoughts on the new season? Have you watched?
I watched a bit of it. I have not finished it, but I think it's okay. I still think first season and Queen Charlotte are my favorite.
I have not watched Queen Charlotte. That is something that is on my list.
I am going to say, please watch it today. That is my only comment.
I don't have time today. Maybe I'll watch it over the weekend. It'll be a weekend thing. I'm still, I think I told you, but I'm going through the graphic audio of, Fourth Wing right now.
Yes, I finished it the other day with Scrubby. We finished book 1.
I am close to finishing book 1. I'm still waiting in line for book 2. There's like a long line for book 2 for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, it says it's gonna come in 6 weeks. I'm like, I can't wait 6 weeks.
Is it bad my first thought, Oates, is will my boob hit my face?
Will it?
If I go jogging, is my boob going to somehow hit my face? My first thought, man.
You have some elastic boob. Oh my god.
They're fat fucks, okay? They're heavy.
They're heavy.
They're heavy.
Dang. It must be a pain to go swimming because fat like floats. So you're just like, oh my god. I can't imagine having that holy shit. I'm like imagining it. Like, oh my god. Oh my god.
It's okay.
You must have to have like a really like supportive bikini.
Yeah. That's why you get a good one. Don't whip out. And thank you for the hydrate, Tycho. I need to start watching my redeems more. I've been very bad about that. Thank you guys for the hydrates.
Yum, yum, yum. Hydrate.
But no, do you not have, that problem?
No,
you said
if I go swimming with you, you'd probably see me, die or something. I literally just, go in normal clothes. So I soak up all of the water.
If Star is listening, I don't know. Star, are you listening? Question mark. Star, are you there? Star? Call out to Star. I know he's been raiding tonight. Star has met me IRL. He will tell you my boobs are massive, and I think I had the biggest boob in the girl group that we were hanging out with.
What? That's not fair. She literally took all of the boob. Oh my god, spare some boob.
I don't think my model's actually that far off of my real boob size. The worst part is because it's unfortunately that time of the month, they're enlarged right now, so my bra barely fits, and I'm just constantly readjusting it, and I hate it. Because my boobs always swell through that time.
Imagine having that problem. I think that's actually common with other VTuber models. Their model actually fits their IRL body. I would say these knockers that I have on are bigger than my IRL.
My model fits me more when I was in shape, but I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to that size after having the baby. The doctor actually wants to check my thyroid. He thinks my thyroid might have died.
Oh.
Which is going to be real bad because that means I'm going to have to go on some pills. But that's fine.
Yeah.
That's easy to fix.
I think it's really common for women to just have the after birth body for a while and never get back, and that's okay just because a birth is really traumatic to the body. Like, I feel like people don't talk about it enough, how, like, amazing women are, and a birthing, it, like, is, because you, like, are destroying up your body to give birth to, like, a miracle child, and it's a lot.
Well, do you know what makes it so much worse, Fuka? I had a C-section and my baby came out almost 9 pounds.
Oh, wow. That's a big baby. 9 pounds?
Yeah, like 9 fucking pounds.
That's a huge, huge baby.
Yeah, she ain't teeny. She's still a big girl, but I love her so fucking much.
Yeah, she's a smart, smart girl. You should see if they nicked anything down there too, because that's what happened to my coworker. So, like, we would go hiking sometimes or just walking, and she'd have to go to the bathroom a lot because they nicked something down there. So she can't hold in her bladder for a long time.
I can hold my bladder just fine. That has never really been an issue for me. I'm surprised I haven't given myself a UTI because I just refuse to go to the bathroom. Sometimes I'll hold it till it's almost too late.
Dang, I can't hold in my pee. I just, like, if I have to go, I have to go. I'm like, guys, I'm gonna go. I'll see you.
No, I take it like a personal challenge. Like, no, I got shit to do, man. Fuck this.
No, I'm like, no, I can't. I have to, I have to go. I can't focus. I can't focus if I have to pee, you know?
Also, Stars, I love you. Thank you. But yeah, I will definitely say having a kid was rough. I almost had a mental breakdown today because I gotta go get some blood drawn for the extreme allergy attacks I had last year. And he wants to check my thyroid while we're doing that. And I was like crying because my on-site nurse told me she could not draw my blood. I have to go find someone else to do it. And I'm needle phobic as hell. And she's like, you had a C-section. I was like, I was more ready for that than the damn needle. And she looked at me like, you are so weird. You were more...
Are your veins, like, small right now?
Yeah, they've always been small.
Oh, that's no wonder you're needle phobic. Because they keep poking you or having to poke you.
Or they can't find my vein at all, and then I'm just fucked and I cry.
I would be scared of needles too if I were you. I think I have big veins, so they can always find mine. But like if yours are small, that's like so sad.
Yeah, I actually don't give blood because the one time I tried, my vein blew out and I could.
Oh my god, your vein like just.
Yeah, it stopped giving blood completely, like it gave out, and instead of like pulling the needle out and giving me a re-stick, they just started digging in my vein, and I said never again. Like, that's... So Messi doesn't donate blood.
Yeah, that does not sound fun.
No, I don't donate blood. I'm sorry, y'all.
I think my blood has too much cholesterol. I think I'm, like, a couple of things away from having high cholesterol. But it's okay. That's why I don't go to doctor. I don't want them to tell me I have high cholesterol. I want to be able to eat what I eat.
Just start, like, eating... what you want, but in moderation.
I think my biggest issue isn't actually my diet. It's like the amount of stress I have, and that like produces a lot of cortisol. And I think the amount of cortisol I like produce a day like affects my blood pressure and cholesterol that I hold. But also I think Asians are more likely to have high blood pressure and cholesterol too. So it makes sense.
I mean, yeah. Also, guys, sorry, we decided to do a TED Talk about health suddenly.
I don't know how we got to this topic. We started talking about the awakening, and then now we're talking about women's health. Because women's health is important.
Honestly, all people's health are important, and they often skip over a lot of the things they need to talk about because they're afraid to mention something wrong.
Yeah, true.
If you think something is wrong, do not be ashamed to go get it checked.
It's like a catch 22 though, or 21 catch 22, because like people don't want to spend the money because of the insurance like reasons, and I totally get it. Like when I didn't have good insurance, I would like never go to the doctor because I would be scared of like the fee. Because I think the messed up. Okay, this is my biggest. Guys, the American insurance system doesn't make sense. I wish I knew how much I was gonna be paying for like a doctor visit, right? But they don't tell you until the end. So that's the scary part. You're gambling. This is fucked up level of gambling because you go to a doctor and you're like, please give me a checkup, and your bill can end up to be like thousands of dollars. That's also why I don't take my like car into the dealership, because they don't tell you. They don't tell you how much it's gonna be. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna find things wrong with your car to just bill you.
I also hate that they expect you to go, hey, this price is normal. And sometimes it's not, and not everyone does this, but they have shit you, and there's no way you'll know.
Yeah, until you get an itemized bill. And even when you're reading the itemized bill, you might not know what the bill is saying. You know, like, so it's just so predatory. Not to hate on, like, our doctors and nurses. American doctors and nurses are not the issue. It's just like the system that's corrupt. But yeah, it makes me so mad. So that's why I don't go to the doctor sometimes. I don't want to have to pay thousands of dollars. I've literally heard of stories of people taking Uber while they're bleeding because they can't afford an ambulance.
I'm so sorry.
So dumb. But I guess the Fays don't have that problem.
Nope.
In Solaria, right? Because didn't Tori, it was the second book where she talks about like asking for medicine and then like realizing that she could heal her own like hangover essentially, right?
Yes.
That is
correct.
so powerful. If you had that power.
That would require me to get hangovers first.
Oh my god, I forgot. You actually do have that power in real life. Nezzy doesn't get hangovers. That's crazy. Okay, I just want you to like get your DNA checked to see like what genes are in you. I want to see your genes, girl. I want to see your genetic
I am 40%
code.
Scottish. Does that help you?
So, like, is there, like, a mutation that allows you to, like, not get drunk or something?
I don't know.
So,
I just figured I'd let you know I'm majority Scottish.
Scottish? That is so OP. I'm too scared to give my genetic data to the government, so I haven't figured it out for me. But I feel like I get Asian glow, so I think I have some sort of Vietnamese in me. Some Vietnamese.
I am not too sure. I mean, honestly, they already have your DNA. So if you want to get a DNA test, go ahead.
They already have my DNA. What do you mean they already have my DNA?
You know they, like, if your mother was like, hey, test my baby for diseases, they already checked your DNA before.
Oh, no. They didn't test me. They were just like, no, that sounds expensive. Fuka, you either die or you survive.
Don't say it like that. Holy crap.
No, bro. Asian parents growing up, like, what's it called? Immigrant parents growing up. Like, not just Asians. If you have an immigrant parent, they don't give you any health care. They're like, that sounds too expensive. We didn't escape a whole ass country to spend more money on your health.
Oh,
I'm sure most people have the same, like, fear of the doctor. I think my fear of the doctor is, like, very equivalent to, like, the fear of the dentist, where you're just like, or like you just don't want to know. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to know. I'd rather just not go into the doctor's office to let them tell me that I have diabetes or something.
Also, for those of you who's going to tune in for Pokemon tomorrow, I want to apologize now. Bulls is learning I have a lot of shinies. He's going to have to catch a lot of Pokemon tomorrow.
Oh, you're still doing the Pokemon thing?
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna pay the Pokopia?
Yes, actually, I am. I told Scrubby to pick it up for me tomorrow.
I think I ordered it, but I don't think I can play it. I'm about to scream. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I should just quit my job. That's what I should do. I should just quit my job and play Pokemon.
Yes. Become full-time streamer. I believe in you.
No, I don't think I would enjoy that, actually. I was, like, reflecting. Like, should I actually quit my job to be a full-time streamer? I don't think I would be a successful full-time streamer. I think I need, like, a semblance of a life. And, like, I don't think I would quite enjoy entertaining chat, like, for that long, you know?
You got this.
I feel like you'd be a good streamer because you like yapping, and I feel like you have, like, interesting, like, opinions, and you're, like, you can keep going even though, like, the conversation dies, you know?
I mean,
but,
I try, but I feel like you're also selling yourself really short, Fuka. I do feel like you're selling yourself short. I just talk about whatever's on my mind. It may not necessarily be on topic, but I'm very good at tangents, so I apologize.
Ooh, no, tangents are good. Tangents are good.
So, yeah.
Oh my god. But I don't know how... I admire your ability to play, like games. Like, you're just a gamer. And I'm like... I am not gamer. I am not gamer. I cannot pay attention or complete the game. Cause I also get like distracted, and I'm like, oh, this game's boring. I don't want to play anymore.
I think my biggest problem is that because I do so much like multitasking at work, I actually multitask even when I'm at home, and it's kind of bad.
Wow. Well, you have to because you're a mom. That's like your new unlocked superpower. If you guys want to get good at multitasking, just be a parent.
Fuka, what if I told you this whole time we've been talking about this book, I've been playing a game on the side?
What? How are you playing a game? I'm like looking at our notes, and I'm just like looking at like things right on my screen. Like, what should I talk about? You're just playing games? What? I did not notice that.
Okay, so I'll show you my second computer right now, just so you can see how I've been doing it.
How are you playing games while talking about what?
And the worst part is I've been keeping up with you. I have to multitask, okay? I can't help it.
That's the ADHD. You have to be fiddling with something. But what game have you been playing while we were like talking? What the?
Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon. Is it the online, like the Nuzlocke challenge? No, you're not doing Nuzlocke. You're doing Odyssey. Pokemon Odyssey.
So
yeah, I can't.
So I have it to where I can play with one hand, and if I do the scroll wheel, it still scrolls the page, so I can still keep up with our notes.
I can't do that. I need to be like focused on our task, or I'll get so off task. What? That's so impressive.
I'm sorry? Question mark? Oh no.
No, don't be sorry. We need a lot of people who can multitask.
I actually listen to full audiobooks while I work, so.
I cannot do that. I think like I can kind of multitask with an audiobook, but there's some tests I can't do with the audiobook. Because then I stop paying attention, and I'm like, oh no, I need to be able to pay attention.
I put on my audiobook mostly so my coworkers don't talk to me and I can have a long time. And then I focus on the book.
Well, I mean, like your line of work also can be independent, so I think you can afford to like
Yes.
not have to talk to people. Maybe I should just get an independent job so then I can just audiobook and do whatever I want on the side, because a lot of my friends online, right, like streamer friends and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, I do my job while like playing games. I'm like, how do you do that?
No, I do not play games at my job, because I'm pretty sure they would be like, girl, I draw the line here. That would be the line. No, me listening to an audiobook with earphones in, not a problem, because people listen to music all the time while they do my type of work. It's to break up the monotony, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because I feel like I would be very depressed if I was where you're at, because like you have to like keep the environment like as minimal contact as possible. So like, yeah, I think I can't do what you do. I would go crazy. I need to like be able to yap eventually to people and talk.
Oh, we do talk. But the thing is, you have to be careful, because some of my coworkers can't multitask, and if they start fucking up because you talked to them while they were working, they will say, well, they wouldn't leave me alone. So you learn who you can and can't yap with. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like new people, I never talk to new people.
Because you gotta test the waters. I don't think I could multitask either. I feel like I'm really bad at it. So, okay, the thing is, my coworkers, like, I think I've complained about this to people before. Like, I love my coworkers, but a lot of the time, they'll just come to me with their problems, and then I'll just, like, sit and listen to them, and then, like, not get anything done, and I'd have to go home and finish the task. And I'll be like, I just wasted another day.
Girl, you gotta learn, just keep working. And it's hard at first, I'll admit that. It's hard to learn to multitask, but once you get the hang of it, your life is better. Like when my boss comes to talk to me just to talk to me because he's like, wants to just chat, I'll be sitting there doing my assignment and he'll just be like, hey, how's your day going? This happened today, or you're aware of it? I'll be like, yeah, I'm aware of it. I've already handled it. Or, okay, thanks for telling me. I'll keep it in mind for later today. And I just keep working. I keep doing whatever I was doing on my computer, prepping. Sometimes he's even like, hey, let you finish that prep and we'll talk. And I said, no, you keep talking, it's fine. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. Because I work night shift, so I'm used to talking just so you're not like going crazy from the quietness of the place. Mm-hmm. So I will say multitasking and talking is a different skill.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it. think you could do it.
Start small, and you will be surprised at what you quickly learn how to do. You know what I mean?
No, I think for me, it's just my brain won't allow me to multitask. Like I think for me, I just have to be able to focus on the activity, because if I don't focus on it, then I'm gonna forget what I'm doing, which is bad. It's so bad. I have like short-term memory, so I have to really, really be able to lock in and focus on a task. Like, so it's very difficult for me to maintain having a conversation with people and working, because I want to give their full my full attention to them. I don't want to be half listening, because that's what my friends say. Like, oh, I was half listening, and I'm like, how do you half listen? I can't do that.
So they're basically saying they were listening for keywords, and then they tune in if they notice anything they need to focus on.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do that.
When you read, do you speed read, or do you read like every word?
I speed read. Like, I will read every other word. So, like, maybe that's how my coworkers and friends, like, are able to...
Yes. They use
listen.
context clues. That's half listening, yes.
But I don't wanna do that to people, because what if I, like, draw a conclusion that's not, like, correct, right? I'm like, I don't want to do that. No.
Well, that's when you say, hey, just to make sure I didn't mishear you, is this what you meant? Has your friends ever done that to you?
No, they just listen, put in the context clues, and then, like, I'll hear. It's so jarring, because I know, like, definitely my friends gossip, right? So, like, they'll tell someone something, like, oh, Fuka said this, and then I'll hear the story, like, 5 people down the line, and I'm like, this is how things get lost in translation. That is not what I said.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay, Fuka, I promise.
It will be okay. Yes.
Although I think if you actually watch me multitask, you'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? I'd be like, I can't help it.
I feel like Scrub also multitasks, from what I've been trying to gather. Like, information-wise, it sounds like he has, like, a lot going for him, too, so he's able to, like, switch between tasks pretty easily. Yeah.
I mean, I guess he can. When me and
Not
Scrub
as well as you.
When me and Scrub are hanging out, we're not really typically multitasking. We're typically either giving attention to the baby or to each other. Like, we're not, like...
Great.
Like, I'm not sitting there trying to, like, multitask. Because when I'm home, I actually do try to be more present, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I can't have idle hands. So even if I'm playing, like, D&D, I'm going to have a game going in the background. Normally, it's been The Girl Who Stole Time. That game, I know you have it with the dungeons. I've been playing that during D&D sometimes. And it's just because I don't
respect that so much. It's because you. I mean, like, for D&D, I get it, because you have to wait for other people to go. You know, because it's not like a one-on-one thing. It's like you have to wait for other people to roll and make their move, and then the master, the dungeon master, like, creates part of the story, and then sometimes it has nothing to do with you. So,
and the worst part is we have like 8 people in my session.
Dude, that's a lot.
So sometimes it takes an hour to get back to me, and I'm like, okay.
That takes so long. Oh my gosh, I couldn't. I would be, yeah. I get why you would play something in the background and then listen to the story as it unfolds. But yeah, I don't know how people, like, are able to, like, do a game, for example, like what you're doing now, and then just put it down. Like, I never mastered that skill. So, like, I have a hard time finishing games, because, like, I have to do the sessions in, like, long bits, right? Like, 4 to 6 hours at a time, because I can't play it for just, like, 1 hour.
So my question for you is, and this is going to be a strange question, do you play games with sound?
Yes.
Okay, so back when I was in college, I used to play Guild Wars 2, but I played the game as if I was deaf. I never actually knew what the game sounded like.
Oh, wow. So you weren't, like, immersed. You're just like, I'm just going to play this game.
And everyone was like, when I finally told people in my group that I don't play with sound on, so I don't know what cue they're talking about, they were like, why? I'm like, because sometimes the sound just overstimulates me. And I have found gaming so much more relaxing if you just want to play it as a background thing like Pokemon without the music. Especially if you're just leveling. You don't need the music to level.
But it's so cute. But it's so cute.
But that's how I'm also multitasking, because I hear you like completely. I do not hear the game.
Yeah, so your brain is like not overstimulated. I guess my brain also just gets overstimulated more easily than most people from what I've noticed. Like my brain just gets fried easier.
And
I
it
feel like
might
by
be
the end of the day it's just like freaking just
and
like
and I'll be honest with you.
milk? No,
That's why I would recommend, like, if you wanted to play a casual game, especially offline, that didn't have dire consequences, I would suggest playing it with no music and something you like lo-fi or something instead.
I can't. I think my reason is a little different. It's like I get sad leaving
Aw.
the game. Because I'm so
Never
happy
mind,
playing
never
the
mind.
game, and knowing that it ends makes me sad, so I'd rather not begin playing the game to begin with.
Star, I feel
That's why
that.
I
I
don't
feel
start
that.
doing things. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I feel like we all have, like, time commitments, for example, right? So I know, like, by the end of my day, I have, like, 4 hours to commit to, like, whatever, right? And there's just, like, only so much I can do in that 4 hours. And I have to pick and choose. And sometimes I'm just like, I'd rather just scroll on my phone and be, like, a deadbeat than, like, play games.
Aw,
Yeah,
don't say it that way.
it sucks. But I don't know. Is there any like hand? I don't want to carry a Switch around, for example. But is there like any? I want a handheld thing so I can like carry it and play it during when I travel. Because another problem I have is I travel too much.
What about the Steam Valve handheld console that lets you play your Steam games?
I was thinking about it, but is it out? Steam.
I think it's been out, because I think my coworker has one. Whatever it's called.
Do you need internet? Do you need internet for it? It's
Techie
called
people.
a Steam Deck. Oh yeah, it is. Oh wait, they're out of stock.
Oh, sorry.
They're out of stock. They're like $600. Okay, let's see. 3 to 12 hours of gameplay. That's kind of lame. 3 hours of gameplay? What?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I like the docking station though. It's so cute. Like, oh my god, it's so small. Wait, this is okay. I think this is so worth it. Okay, I'm gonna put this on my wish list.
See?
This is so cute because I don't like carrying around like a laptop. And then I had a Switch, right, with like a couple of games, but for some reason it like didn't let me play the game unless I like was connected to internet. I think it had to do with like the fact that sometimes games need like updates.
Yeah.
And that's also annoying. I wish we didn't have that problem, but yeah.
It'll be okay though. I mean, like, I would also update your drivers and make sure your software of the actual console is like up to date.
There's so much remembering.
You always should check your drivers and your software of the actual system. I remember one time we stayed somewhere, me and Scrub, and the TV would not connect to the internet because it needed us to download its latest software update for it. I'm not even kidding you. The smart TV was like, hey, I have an update. No one's done it. I'm not going to work now. I'm like, great. I wish I could say, hey, I'm not doing my job because my boss didn't upgrade my TOS.
That would have been. That would be nice. That
Right?
would be nice.
It'd be so fucking nice, man. I'm not even kidding. But I mean, so why do you want a Steam Deck instead of a Switch? Because those are really the only two on the market. I know Xbox and PlayStation are always hinting at they're going to drop another one, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. When you do it, we'll talk.
Yeah, I don't think Xbox is gonna. I think Steam Deck. I could play Baldur's Gate 3. I have Baldur's Gate 3. I had it since it was like in beta, and
Yes.
I never opened it after the beta. After it actually released, I never revisited the game ever again. I want to play that, and then I wanted to play Divinity 2. Those are the two games I want to play.
Divinity 2 is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. But like I played it with a friend that was really like controlling and like told me what to do. So I'd much rather play one of these games alone. I feel like it's an experience to play this alone versus with people. I don't like having to wait for other people to make decisions.
I think it's good to do it alone and then with a group. You know what I mean? Like, because those games have multiple. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's multiple endings, right?
Yeah.
So like playing it alone to see like how you like playing it and what options there are is always like fun, and then playing it with games or not games, playing it with a group is also like another experience you can have. So then you can have like the multiple endings and stuff like that. But that's what I would probably want like a Steam Deck for, is just to play Steam games versus because I have way more Steam games than like on my Switch. You know?
Yeah. I got the Switch too because eventually my Switch itself, I know Nintendo will stop supporting it. I'm not even going to kid myself.
I got a Switch 2 for Christmas and I haven't opened it. It's still in the fucking box. It's still in the box.
So what you're telling me is you could be playing freaking Pokepedia with me.
Yeah, I ordered the game. I also have Mario Kart. Okay, wait. So this is what happened. I asked for Pokemon ZA. So this is what happened. They didn't have the Switch with the Pokemon ZA, and they gave me, this is my order.
Oh my god.
I got 2 games for the price of 1. I don't know how they like loaded it. So yeah, I have Mario Kart. And then I have Pokemon Z and A, but like I haven't set up my Switch at all. I do have what's it called? One of those, I don't know what it's called, a capture card? I don't know if it supports Switch 2 though.
It should just be an HDMI port.
What's it called? Is it called an Elgato?
Yeah, Elgato
Oh,
just needs an
can it
HDMI port, so as long
support-
as you can do it, it should be work.
Oh yeah, there's a tutorial on how to set up an Elgato capture card for Switch 2. Ugh, then I'm gonna have to change my setup because I used to have like a TV because it worked best when I had like a TV, like a small one, because then I could listen to the audio, and then chat could get their own audio and it wouldn't be like laggy. But yeah, so sad.
Fuka, do we need to play Pokepedia one day together and just like play?
We do, but okay, wait. I think I showed you my calendar. Did I even update my calendar? I will not have time to play Pokepedia until I get back from my trip. So
I know.
Oh, yeah, dude. This is such a troll. I was like complaining to my server. Basically, Pokepedia comes out tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And I think the only time I could play it is on Thursday and Friday because Saturday, Sunday I have something to do, and then Monday, Wednesday. Oh my God, Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week I just have work, and then I'm on my trip until I come back on the 30th.
It's okay.
I'm so sad. So I think the Switch 2 is portable, right? Maybe.
Yes.
I don't want to bring my Switch 2 through TSA though. That sounds like a lot. And I want to focus on like, on my trip. But yeah, I have the literal problem of my steak is too juicy and buttery. I can't play Pokepedia. It's called Pokepedia. I don't know. I keep calling it Pokepedia.
I think it's Pokepedia.
But it's enjoy the game for me, Messi.
I'm sorry.
So sad. But this is the issue I was talking about with like, I don't want to hype myself up to play games because I always have things. Like, I have a trip, and then after I come back from my trip, oh my God, I didn't even add in the concerts I'm going to. I'm going to so many concerts. I think this year is like the social butterfly Fuka has come out.
It really is. It's like the one year we decided to do something like, hey, I'm gonna be on all these trips. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna do all of these concerts. I don't know what happened to me. I used to not be this busy, but I am this busy now.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy you're branching out.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, if you tell me you meet a hot guy, I want to be the first to know. That's all I'm gonna say. I call dibs.
Of course.
Look, we've been through so much on booktok together. It's a rite it's a rite of passage.
To know if there's a hot guy out there.
Yes.
Well, I don't really go for looks. I think I told you this. Like, or maybe we didn't really talk about boys before, but I don't really go for looks. I think my biggest thing is like I go for how intelligent the person is. It's so you can be like the most chopped person, but I fall in love with like their brain and humor. I don't fall in love with like how they look. Like there are good-looking people in my circle of friends, but I'm just like, you're kind of you're not intelligent. Instant turn off when a guy opens his mouth and he's not intelligent. I'm like, no, 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 no.
Oh my gosh, you silly.
I think I also told you I have like a thing for voices too. Oh my god, I love deep voice.
I do too. Scrubby only
has a
has
nice voice. He has a nice voice.
He only has a deep voice when he's sick.
Oh, but like I think like I like how cheerful he sounds. Like I think when I first met him in the VTubing space, I wasn't attracted to him, obviously. Like I just like really liked how he sounded because he's like very cheerful and like upbeat and just like, "Hi, I'm Scrub. I don't know what I don't know. That's not even his accent. Hi, I'm Scrub.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's really not.
I like to sing and play games. That's how he sounds like in my head.
It's okay. It's okay. He will hear this whenever he edits the VOD. He will hear what you think of him.
He's like, I do not sound like that. What the heck? I don't know. Okay, well, do your impression of Scrub. Do your impression of Scrub. How does he sound like to you?
I don't really know. I don't think of it as how he sounds.
Oh, okay. Because, like, in my brain, whenever I'm talking to Scrub and he replies, all of his messages get read in the, like, that's how he sounds like in my head. It's like, okay,
oh my God.
I'm gonna do this.
How do I sound in your head?
I think, okay, so Scrub in my head sounds like higher pitched than you. You have a lower pitch. You're like, in my brain, you're like, hey, darling, how you doing? What's going on? Hi, Fuka. You sound like that in my brain. Hi, Fuka. This is the baby. How's it going?
Oh my God, Fuka.
Fuck your job. I'm here with you, girl. Like, you sound like that in my head. And then Scrub's like, hi, Fuka.
Okay, okay. So you want me to sound more like, hello, darling.
Stop! Stop! My ovaries are gonna react. I'm so sorry, Scrub. I'm looking at your wife respectfully. Please don't kill me. Yeah, she's like a mommy. Milky mommy. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Mezzy has like this charm to her. I like both of your voices. It's very like, you're like more calm, soothing, and like kind of motherly, and then Scrub is just like this puppy. How I imagine him is like a puppy. Maybe Doberman. Like maybe a little puppy.
Is that why Skull hates him so much? She thinks he's another dog, so she tries to assert dominance.
Maybe you think that? You think your dog thinks Scrub is another dog in the
I'm
pack
asking you because she does. She literally treats him like shit when she first met him, and she realized he was moving in. She was like, "Bitch, what?"
And then did she accept him into the pack?
Only when I'm not home. She's gotten better about it, but at first, if I walked in on her cuddling him, she'd slap him. I wish I was kidding. She actually did that to him. It was kind of funny.
Oh my god.
Because I think I forgot my bag or something right for work, so I ran back inside the house after I cleaned up my car. And she looked at me like, oh, Mom, you weren't supposed to come in. She screamed at me, looked at Scrub who was holding her and petting her, and slapped him.
Like, how dare you?
She was so mean to him when he first moved in. It was so funny. She's gotten a lot better now. She cuddles him, but she does snitch on him when he still does bad. If he like forgets to fill her water bowl up, because that's what he normally does for them while I'm at work, she makes sure that I know.
Aww, like, I'm not cheating on you, Mommy.
Like, Mom, this bitch didn't even give me water today. Why do you talk to him? And then to make it worse, the other dogs start playing along with her.
Poor Scrub!
They bully him.
He's like a dog. I think they literally think he's another dog you adopted, and they're like, well, who's this weird-looking dog? Like, why does he get all of the attention?
For a while, she would not let him sit beside me. It was that bad. Like, she would try to sit between us.
Him?
No, she would just push between us and sit there.
Oh, that's actually so cute.
She's an A-class diva. A-class diva. Not even kidding. Also, what do you mean what? Was it the very playful hey darling I gave Fuka, since apparently she thinks I say hey darling a lot? Was that it? Is that what did it? Is that what earned the what?
I think for me, you just have this sultry voice. You're like, hi, I'm Mezzy. And like, So good. Such a nice. You should do like mommy ASMR. I feel like you would.
I wouldn't even know what to do. I wouldn't even know what to say.
It's okay. This is my ASMR. This is my listening to you yap about books. I'll take that. Yes. Oh my god, I'm like filling in. June, I'm busy. May, okay, April is probably the time where you can catch me. We can play games in April.
And I know you said on your trip you won't be really reading, so I might do like some reactionary content, but not like a full podcast, like just like a small short here or there.
Yeah, I don't think I will be reading. I might be able to watch something, so if you want me to watch something and like react to it or like take notes, like we could probably react to like a movie or like a short novel, like a 300-page type of novel where it's just like beginning to end finish. Like we could talk about Heated Rivalry. Oh, have you watched Heated Rivalry or no?
I watched a bit of it.
I started watching it. I liked it in a movie. I didn't really. Well, okay, the book was okay actually. It wasn't horrible.
No. The guys are ahead of us, ladies. Ladies, this is one where I have to give the points to the dudes. I'm sorry. I'm outing us. I'm doing it right now. We paid money to read smut. They watch smut for free. How the fuck did we let them get ahead of us with corn? How the fuck? They get it for free. There's better foreplay in corn than there is in this fucking book. I'm sorry. I said it. Fuck y'all. That is not as big a hype as they said it was. There's no foreplay.
Yeah, it just kind of gets to the... I kind of felt sorry for Shane because, like, there's just no foreplay, so, like, I feel sorry for his butt. Like, they do allude to, like, lube. Like, let me just, like, lube you up. But, like, I'm like, dang, if that was me, my butthole would be burning. Like, poor Shane. It's like a fiery butthole.
So, like, and by foreplay, I don't just mean, like, before the act. I mean, like, there's no sexual buildup. There's no tension. Mm-hmm. You get more foreplay watching the pizza guy suddenly become the, stripper. Like, what? I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Like, there's no foreplay. It's just, oh, he's kind of cute. Suddenly they're in the bedroom. I'm like, okay, what about the sexy smashing each other against the wall while playing hockey and whispering sweet nothings in their ear like, you like that or something, or, just something, some tension on the actual fucking hockey game. Instead, no. Hockey game starts. Oh, this was the score at the end, by the way, and I'll see you in your hotel room tonight. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. If you're gonna fuck me in bed, fuck me on the court too, damn.
Yeah, I think the show does a better job of, like, kind of portraying their rivalry on the ice, because it's a little bit more visual there. So have you watched, like, or you watched, like, bits and pieces of, like, I'm not done with it though, but like I've seen, I think it's better.
Have you read the book?
Yeah, I actually finished it, and I think like towards the end I enjoyed it more than how it began, because it's like I didn't like it at first, but then as I kept going and going, I really enjoyed how their romance bloomed into something deeper rather than like surface level. But I do agree with it's kind of just there for the poor. You're just there for the ride, right? You're there for the poor.
Look, Fuka may be a dragon rider, but he's riding something else. It's okay.
Dude, he doesn't even ride it. They don't even. He just takes it.
So I think, honestly, the show, after reading what I did in the book, the parts I read that were similar, I felt like the show was actually too quiet. Like, without Shane's inner monologue, it felt empty.
I kind of liked it that way. If I had too much of Shane, I would get so annoyed. I'd be like, shut up.
I feel like Shane, because he was such a driving force in the book, by them cutting him back that much, we lost a lot of stuff, though, too.
Yeah, you lose the anxious bean, and you just have to, it's like implied that he has a lot of anxiety, and he's an anxious bean about, like, him and his sexuality, but I don't know. I think it's, like, a good, like, it's a 3 out of 5 novel for me. I did enjoy it towards the end. Did not enjoy it at the beginning.
I will also say that I am, like, upset with Ilya's cast. I wanted somebody more gruff.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I think we talked about that briefly. Like, I thought Ilya would not look as I don't want to hate on his looks. I think they're all attractive, right? Ultimately, they're all attractive people, and they played their parts really well. But how I imagined Ilya was completely different. Shane is exactly how I imagined him. Like, I know he doesn't fit, like, the novel's description, but he's exactly how I thought Shane would be. Hollander. Hollander looked exactly like that in my brain. But
I had no issues with Hollander because he was supposed to be a very feminine, pretty boy, and I thought the actor was good enough for the part.
Well, it was also implied that he was half. So I was like, oh
Yes.
yeah, they casted I think a half
Asian.
half Asian, half white person to play Hollander, and I
But
thought
the
it was
way-
a very good fit.
The way they described Ilya, and they do mention he is hot in the book. Don't get me wrong, they do mention he's still in the top 10, but they mention he's a different kind of pretty. So in the way they describe him, I always assumed they meant he was more of a rough guy with like maybe like a scraggly beard or like not a full ass beard.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm gonna send you a picture right now. I thought he would look something more like this, like with a full-on beard, like a bear kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
But
Hi,
you
Scully.
know what? I did like Ilya's ass. Like, he had a really nice
He
butt.
did have a good ass. I ain't gonna lie. That ass had cake. It had cake for days. It was like one of the best asses I've ever seen.
Who plays? Okay, wait. Who plays? Connor Story has a really nice butt. Like, where if you're out there, Connor or Mr. Story, I think your butt is very, very juicy, and whatever you're doing, like, you need to keep doing more of it. Like, yes, it was the full moon. I did not feel that way, like, since I was watching Bridgerton, you've seen Mr. Anderson's butt, right? Have you seen his butt? Mr. Anderson? Mr. Anderson has such, like, or Lord Anderson, he has such a big ass. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, his name is Marcus Anderson, and he is played by, who plays him? Lord Daniel Francis has the biggest cake ever. Very juicy. Yes! Let me enter me league. Yes, I felt that way. About Lord Anderson's butt and Ilya's butt. They had some nice butts. This was for the female gaze. Wait, so Connor Story was raised in Odessa, Texas. Wait, is he?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was. Wait, so he just learned how to do the accent? What?
I guess.
Oh, huh? I'm actually shocked. I thought he did it pretty well. His accent. What the heck, dang.
Mm-hmm.
He is proficient in French. Okay, I'm now reading about the people. Hudson Williams. He did a really good job playing Shane, I think. He's actually Canadian? Yeah, he was born in British Columbia. Wow.
I just feel like there was too much time skipping, so I didn't give two shits about the characters, as bad as that sounds.
Yeah, I think that they just skip. You know how we were talking about how the last book that we read, I think it's like Fear the Flames or something.
Yes.
How it felt like a chapter book that like was they wrote different chapters and stuff, and then like copied and pasted it. It felt like the author for Heated Rivalry did the same thing. Like, she only wanted to write a couple of scenes. Like, oh, let's like write a sex scene here. I want this kind of sex scene. I want this and that. So like it just felt like she did that and purposefully like did the time skip thing so she can write what she wanted to write but still make the story make sense, because there's a lot of time skipping, and I'm like, if I was a rival like that, I would just get bored of the relationship, you know?
I would too. I'm gonna send you something. I'm a bad dragon. I'm sorry. I'm not even. No, I'm not sorry. Fuck it.
Wait, why are her boobs so big? Why is this? Well, I sent you something raunchy too. I sent you the robotics that move. What the fuck?
Yes.
You could do that with your model. You died. This is you to me right now.
Hi, Nimi. Hi.
This is you to me. Hi, Nimi. Hello.
The power of hypnosis.
We're talking about heated rivalry and moons and butts. Some people have some nice butt.
Yeah. Peaches. It has been forever. We love you, Nimi. I miss you so much. It's been forever.
So, You didn't like the fourth season, or you thought the first season was better? I actually like the fourth season a little better than the first season. But it's because I like Sophie a lot better.
I liked the first season. I loved how they handled it. But my favorite is Queen Charlotte because it finally explains who she is as a person. And oh my god,
And
I
why
loved
she's
it.
the way she is.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
good because she's like batshit crazy. She's like actually crazy.
She's not. If you actually watch Queen Charlotte, which I highly recommend, you will understand her a lot better. And oh my god, it is like eye-opening. Like, it is so eye-opening. I don't want to spoil it. That's the worst part. But when I tell you, it actually made me cry.
Oh, and then it has to be really sad. If it made you cry, it has to be hella sad. And
It
I'm
was
here
really
for that.
good.
I'm here for being sad.
I'm here for it, girl. I'm here for an emotional wreck.
The world of Pokemon. Oh my god, shiny professor. No community note. Is this real? Wait, what? This is actually real?
No,
Oh,
it's not.
okay.
It's
I was
not.
about to say, like, you can get a shiny Professor Oak. I will restart my game until I get a shiny Professor Oak. I would do something like that.
Oh my gosh! Don't believe everything you read online.
Oh, I wish they came out with the game already. I think it's called Wind and I don't know, something Pokemon.
Oh,
What
Wind
is
and
it?
Waves.
Wind and Waves. Wind and Waves.
I mean, I did too, but I'm okay waiting. I am.
What
Hi,
Pokemon are you gonna pick? The starter?
Probably the puppy.
Me too. I'm gonna probably pick the puppy. He's so cute.
Scrubby has the unfortunate luck of the baby's going to pick his Pokemon, so I hope he can talk her into wanting to play with the puppy.
The puppy. I feel like your kid would probably pick the bird or like the gecko.
She likes dogs, though. She actually plays with Skull all the time.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. We should make bets.
Oh, gosh.
Your bet's on the dog. I think. I don't know. I don't know what kids would like. The dog is the cutest one, but the bird is like very circular. Why is this called Gekwa? Pombon is so cute. And then Brout. I don't like Brout. He looks so angry and he looks exactly like Rock Lee. I don't like that. This is like eyebrow. Wait, someone made like evolution. Wait, if the evolutions actually look like this, I think I would get the newt. I hope the evolutions look like this. This is like a fan drawn one, but if the evolutions look like this,
I love it.
I would get the snake one for sure if it ended up being a snake.
I love it, Nimi. I love it. I sent it to Fuka.
Hello? What? What is happening? Okay, I'd have to go with my goth queen. I'd have to go with the goth queen.
The Goth Queen?
Yeah, the blue girl. She's like so goth.
But Goth will wreck you.
I want to be wrecked. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Same, Nimi. I made a small poll for y'all. If y'all are fast enough, y'all can vote what you think the baby's gonna pick for Scrubby. I didn't know their names, so I put owl, dog, gecko.
Oh my god. Mommy, I need that in my life. I need a emo girl to ruin my life.
Oh my god. No, you don't. No, you don't. You really don't. I promise.
Oh shoot. It's getting late for you. We've been yapping for 2.5 hours. Are you gonna be okay?
I mean, I'm about to go to bed soon, but I will be okay. I will survive. I am going to survive and thrive.
Yay.
I don't got a choice.
Oh my god. I think after this I have to, I don't know, maybe take a shower. I am stinky. Take a shower.
I always do morning showers just because, well, I sweat a lot when I sleep.
I sometimes will, like in the summers, I'll like double shower. I'll do like a shower at night and then I'll do a shower in the morning. But I just feel like gross today, especially.
The problem is that I actually I'm really cold when I first fall asleep, but then suddenly after that I am like extremely, extremely hot.
You sound like you have a circulation issue. You need to circulate your blood. Oh no.
I probably do.
Redeem. You know, I think I have the online Nintendo Wi-Fi thing. I just forgot my password. Isn't that that's so bad? I have this, but I've been paying for it and I forgot my password. Oh no.
It's okay. I have found a raid target for you guys for tonight so Mezzy can be released from her duties. Stop thinking about goth mommies. Stop it. Buka, stop encouraging them. Buka, no.
Do you not like goth mommies? I love goth mommies. Especially since we read The Awakening, right? Like, Tori's definitely like either a skater chick or like a goth chick.
She's a biker.
She's a biker. Is that like a different
Yes.
like genre of person.
Yes.
Biker. What's a biker chick? What is a biker chick? AI. A woman who rides a bicycle. Love
They
for the open
typically-
road, associated with rugged fashion, leather jackets, and boots. Oh, so she's like tatted up.
Yes,
Okay.
she would be that type. You might think about how much she loves motorcycles. She would be a biker chick.
This is Darius's type.
Yes.
This is like, oh my god. I don't think I would ever. Oh, this is his type. Bikers only. She literally. This person doesn't have pants on. How do you ride a bike without pants?
Chaps.
I don't think I would be able to be one of these women.
I never asked you to, silly. Fuka, I love you so fucking much, man. I love you.
Wait, free parking in the rear?
Fuka.
That's what the sticker means.
Fuka. You're learning so much. I didn't think I'd teach you.
That's
Okay,
why
so
she doesn't have pants on.
There is a famous biker bar in my state called SBB. Do you know what that means?
No, what is SBB?
Suck, bang, and blow.
Why is it called that? Wait, their website is on what's the W sign? It's like a not Wattpad. It's like the, what is it called? Like the W, it's like a W like website maker. That's where their website is at. What the fuck? What? Fezzy, you gotta explain this. I'm on the website and this is all I see.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
Mhm.
Wait, but like people like
Hi,
play-
Honorable.
People play at this place. Like you like there's events. Okay, let me see.
Yeah. They actually have
People-
live music there. They have dance cages that look like that are solid metal things.
Dance cages, like people dance in the cages.
Yes. They have
Hi,
tire
Paladin.
blowouts.
What's a blowout?
You pop your tire on purpose by burning rubber.
This is the most American place I've ever seen. This is like, bro, kickstart appetizers, brisket chili. What the heck? Chicken fingers, fried pickles, pork rinds, hush puppies, fried fish bites, cheer wine, brisket, burnt ends. That's so... Wait, you guys have banh mi. Look, they have a brisket banh mi. Wait, you guys are representing my culture. Okay, that's great. They have a banh mi here. I'm so happy.
Oh my gosh. Fuka's learning so much.
You guys call them sandwiches? Wait, this is so American. Suck, beg, blow. American Eagle. Caw. Wait, you guys have a burger called White Trash? Why is it called White Trash? Budweiser beer cheese, chili, coleslaw, fried pickles, ranch on buttery brioche. But that sounds pretty good, actually. Why is it called White Trash? I'd eat that.
Probably because of Budweiser.
Is Budweiser super popular where you're at? I think...
It's a cheap
what?
beer and a lot of people buy it. I don't like beer though.
I don't know what people usually... Oh, there's like VIP tickets, locations about. Okay, let's see what this place is about. Dude, okay. So, with the food, there's like an ass. There's literally a girl's ass with like her middle finger through her legs. That is the impression I'm getting now. And then there's just like, when you read the about page, there's just like a guy in his aviators with a beer. Welcome to the Suck Bang Blow Biker Bar. That's right. The legendary Suck Bang Blow is located about 10 miles south of blank, blank, blank. Blank, 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 blank. It opened in 1996 and quickly gained a reputation for ice cold drinks and great live music and hot bartenders. Wait, I gotta look up the bartenders now. Do they have like a list of bartenders?
I don't know.
Is this America's version of like a maid cafe? It's like Hooters. Hooters is your version. Wait, these are the bartenders.
I don't know. I haven't looked at them honestly.
I don't know if Discord's gonna let me send this over. What the fuck? Okay, wait. I'm gonna send this link. It's literally these are the bartenders. Is this even legal? This is the most American thing. This is literally the most American thing I've ever seen. Literally, the bartenders are in bikinis and like micro shorts. They're like not even covered.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, what they're wearing is super cute. I'd wear some of this to like a rave. It's a very, very cute outfit.
Although, Fuka, we
Look, I
do
like
have
the
to
pink
call it.
one.
I do gotta go to
Okay.
bed.
Thank you for introducing me to this bar. When I visit you, we're definitely going to this bar. This one. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Good night, Leslie.
Good night. We're gonna raid one of my fellow Dragon Council members. I'm glad y'all got an education lesson. Y'all can thank Fuka for asking questions that she didn't know if she wanted the answer for. But I am Messi. This is Fuka. We did LoreBiters today on Zodiac Academy: The Awakening and some tidbit random information. She's learning. She's growing, y'all, and she changed her outfit because we embarrassed her. Love y'all. Night.
Bye.